my team, along with Sam Watson and his team, we're going to stand together and fight this disease.
I come this way before, travel through the open door. Circumstances navigated the path, and life happened all so fast. No, they got lonely. Sometimes you see, I know we couldn't make it. Even when I'm off beat, I still land on my feet, and nothing can shake me, cause I know life took a hold on. I never. This is where I am destined to be. I'm not ready to give up. I believe in the miracle of life. Life's a play for no rehearsal. No quickly they'll come for your role. Games get played, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is a liar. No quickly they'll come telling you the truth. It's all in what you do. Some things you gotta do. Fight for millions. Take a second, see the blessing in it. From much expected, much is given. One to make the living, now I'm giving back to children. Never let the power come first before your happiness. Yes, you can be the best if you go the distance. Mix a little sweat with your persistence. You know that the best things are never instant. Just shine, let us make it brilliant. Get up, open up your eyes now. It's the moment of truth. No backing down. We're bringing it to life. Oh, for the children, it's a given. You gotta give it, be a blessing.
This my personal statement. Run the game like I'm aces. Learn to develop patience, determined to be the greatest. Yeah, bobbing and weaving, they changing up like the seasons. Indigenous to the grind, so I do it for all my people. Jabbing the competition, back up against the ropes. You fighting for recognition. I'm fighting just to promote equality where we lack it. While cancer slowing our road, I'm confident we'll make it. We focus on common goals. Yeah.
Give back, give love, give insult away. Never give up, stand tall to fight another day. 2 toes, 2 feet, I stand on the ground. I'm going back soon and fight this final round. Life's a play for no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games get played, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is a liar. Telling you the truth, it's all in what you do. Some things you gotta do. I'm gonna share all that I have and give to those in need. So we're gonna win this battle, fight that disease. No one can support you, don't leave me that's young. We got to be confident. I love you.
Are you making
Great job.
Cancer is killing, millions and millions of people. Me and my team, along with Sam Watson and his team, we're going to stand together and fight this disease.
I come this way before, travel through the open door. Circumstances navigated the path, and life happened all so fast. days. No, it got lonely. Sometimes you see, I know we couldn't make it. Even when I'm offbeat, I still land on my feet. And nothing can shake me, cause I know life took a hold of me. I never. This is where I am destined to be. I'm not ready to give up. I believe in the miracle of life. Life's a play for no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your
Barbershop conversation, man. We're going to get started a little bit early today, man. Just get comfortable, pile on in, man. Give me about 3 minutes, and I got you coming in. Appreciate you, Mr. Fox, coming in this evening, man. Thank you for staying up late. I know you on the East Coast, baby. Hey, what up, DB? Hey, Presidential Y'all 4, appreciate you. JP, but we going to call him JQ. KJ, Triple OG, what it do, man? K Sims, what's up? G Brown, where we at? Robert Brown, appreciate you coming in here, man. Mark Wunderlich. Cletus, a.k.a. Mr. J Dell 20 Texas, man. What it do, Phantom Brawler? DJ Dean, man. And what we got? Mr. Good Stuff 101, DJ Dean, Brother Moses. And it just skipped on me, but it's okay. It's all right. We're going to have a party tonight. And don't forget to subscribe to DB. It's pinned in the chat. And don't forget my new film who just dropped Friday. Hey, Mr. Fox, man, I dropped this film Friday. We already in 3 film festivals, man. You know how we do, man. Man, it's been a blessing, man. It's totally been a blessing, man. And without further ado, man, oh man, the boxing world has, man, wrap their arms around you, man. How you doing?
It's good, man. How you? Thanks for having me.
Oh no, thank you for coming on because I know it's late. You in the DC area, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I totally appreciate you coming on there. And yeah, man, how has it been? Before we jump into everything, how has the response been and towards you and as it pertains to Saturday night?
The response has been fantastic, man. I mean, the support, the support from like everywhere on social media, on everything, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everybody's speaking out, everybody's speaking up. They saw what happened to me, you know what I'm saying? They with me, and I'm very appreciative of that. And so anybody that commented or and shared their disapproval on any platform, I appreciate you. I appreciate you making your opinion known, because it helps after the final bell.
Nah, definitely. And let's work backwards a little bit. DB, feel free to call in. The decision. You obviously assume that you won, right?
Yeah, of course.
Uh-huh. And what's going through your mind when they're reading the scores?
Well, as they read the scores, they read the first 2 scores. I thought they were well, obviously I thought all the scores were going to be for me, but when I heard the first 2 scores, I thought, man, that's a little those are a little close, a lot of close. Then I heard the last score, 117 to what was that 110, 111.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought, okay, that sounds more like a score that sounds more like the fight to me, right? And then when they actually announced his name, I was just blown away. Like, so I replayed those scores in my head, and I'm thinking like, so y'all telling me that this guy. Y'all telling me that this guy beat me by that wide of a margin, 117 to 110? That's absurd. And I thought the fight wasn't. I didn't think the fight was close at all to me. I thought he at the most he might have won like 2 rounds, maybe 3, but still it's a wide score. All of those are still wide scores.
Mm-hmm. What's the conversation when you go back to the corner?
You mean what, after the decision?
Yeah, after the decision, yes.
He just said, man. You see, my dad just said, man, throw your hands up, man. These people feel you won. And my thing was just to show, everybody that booed. I was showing everybody that I appreciate them and I hear them. and I'm thankful. I'm thankful that they enjoyed my time in that ring.
Now, after the fight, when does the conversation start about the robbery?
As soon as I got out the ring, I mean, as soon as I got out the ring, people were like, "Yo, you was robbed, man. You won that fight. You won that fight hands down." You know. So as soon as I'm walking back, I'm realizing like I'm thinking there was never a time there was never a time where I didn't think I didn't win that fight. So I did interviews and everything. I did an interview with a guy on the way back. Emotions still running hot, but I hold the same response, man. I beat him.
Mm-hmm. Co-host here. What's up, DB?
What's going on, brother Fox? How you feeling, man? You got to excuse me, man. I was just starting my jog, so I might be a little out of breath asking you a couple of these questions. But thanks for coming and spending some time with us in the shop this evening.
I appreciate y'all for having me.
Yeah, listen, I want to start by asking you this. Do you think, or let's see, are you comfortable with the future of your career by calling out these guys for the corruption in boxing?
Well, I leave the I let the corruption talk to just the public and everybody else. I haven't called corrupt. I haven't. No one's heard me say that they're corrupt. All I know is that I won that fight. There was a robbery, and it's a wrong that should be righted. I mean, it's a wrong that should be made right. As far as corruption goes, I don't think I've been in the fight game long enough to really comment on if that exists.
When you heard or I should say, have you heard about the history of the judge that had it 117, 110?
Yeah. So by the time I got back to my hotel room, about 100 tweets and mentions and everything, and her Twitter history came across my timeline, and you seen the kind of things she was saying about African Americans. I mean, I can't help but wonder if she judges fights with blinders on.
Mm-hmm. Is she capable? Do you believe she's capable of judging an African American fighter?
Well, from my experience, no.
Mm-hmm.
117 to 110. Come on, that is like I said, that is absurd.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Raphael says you won that fight, champ. WBA is a joke. The racist judge Gloria Martinez, incompetent Mendoza are doing more damage to the sport than we know. Appreciate you, man. Has there been any dialogue with you in the WBA as of today?
Yeah, we're in talks. They said they'll do a rematch or whatever. They'll on a rematch or whatever. But it doesn't change what happened. It doesn't change that them giving me a rematch doesn't change that this guy gets to boast a win over me. He didn't beat me. Personally, I feel it should be overturned. But
Right.
I talked to my team and they say it's rare that happens. So I mean, we're considering options. But yeah, me as a competitor, I'm upset about it just because if you would have beat me fair and square and it would have been a close fight and you won a close one, I'd have to just wear that. But it was very one-sided, So
Right.
that's what kind of digs at me is like y'all literally gave this man an entire gift, not even in a close fight. And I mean, even if y'all already decided this had the winner decided, y'all at least got to make it look good.
Right. DOG was like, are you pushing for a no contest and no rematch?
Well, I would have. I like I said. I was talking with my team. They said the likelihood of them overturning anything is very rare throughout history. I don't think they ever really have. So, I mean, I guess before, I probably was pushing for it before I know when it first happened. But we'll have to. I guess we'll have to settle for a rematch, or like I said, we're exploring options.
How would you want it in a perfect scenario? How would you want the outcome to look like?
In the perfect scenario, I would have a belt right now. We wouldn't even be having this conversation. But
Right.
I mean, if I could have it my way, the decision would be overturned. I mean,
Overturned.
like you can make it a no contest, make the belt vacant again. I don't like. I would, I would fight for a WBA title again, but like, I don't like him being able to hold that win over me that he didn't earn. I mean, even if we push for this rematch, we can't even guarantee that he would take the fight again.
Right. Yeah. Great point, DB.
Yeah, but don't you just want to get back in there and fuck him up now? You know, knowing that you went in there and you beat him handedly and wasn't given a decision, doesn't that make it even more appealing to you to take this? I mean, to look for a rematch so you can potentially stop him this time?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, as the competitor in me definitely would just, get in the ring and just try to hurt him. I mean, but like, we gotta look at this. I mean, we gotta look at this as a for everything. I try to look at it for everything it can be. Like, what guarantee am I going to get that I'm not going to get some crazy judging or biased judging.
Right.
Things like that. You might. I have to wonder, will I put myself in that same position again?
Right.
Yeah. A lot of times we see fighters, and we saw this with Devin Haney's last fight. Sorry, man, I'm in South Central, so the helicopter's going to be flying over me. But we saw this in Devin Haney's last fight. He took a risk by, standing in the pocket, staying close, and got hit with a shot that the world talks about, even though he dominated the fight. Do you think this will force you to kind of change your style and to be more aggressive, to look for a stop in upcoming fights?
Maybe. I mean, it just depends on who I'm fighting. The thing about the guy at my age, when I fought him, I watched his fights, and anybody that boxed him like I did gave him a lot of trouble. I didn't give him a lot of trouble. They beat him. You know what I mean? They say he holds a win in the amateurs over guys like Brian Castano, and we see how Castano fights. He's a forward fighter. He's always trying to come forward and throw a lot of punches. So So I imagine that fight they sat in the pocket, and rumbled, and that's more to his favor. But I'm always I'll make, when it comes to fights, I make the adjustments as I need to. For this fight, I felt I need to stick and move. If there's if I fight somebody else and there's an opportunity for me to land, stay in there a little longer, maybe I will. But my team is a hit and not get hit, and land punches and don't give anything back. That's how we fight.
Now, at the top of the fight, there was something going on with the gloves. Can you elaborate on that? And who saw it? And can you walk us through the actual dialogue that you heard or that your father may have said?
Okay, so let's take it back to actually the locker room.
Okay,
because
great.
because they sent the guy over to watch me wrap my hands. We sent the guy over to do the same. My cut man actually came back after he finished he finished watching them wrap their hands, and he told us that he had to tell the inspectors that y'all got to pay more attention. Well, now you saying y'all got to watch. They're actually stacking. They're going tape, gauze, and tape, and get tape, gauze, and more tape. That's illegal. And the inspector was like, nah, yeah, you're right. He's right. Y'all can't do that. I mean, he's fought in most of his fights were all of his fights were in Colombia. I don't know if the commission in Colombia actually allows that, but we don't allow that here. So I won't sit here and say if he was blatantly cheating or not. In a world title fight, you're going to do what you're comfortable with doing. So that was one thing, but we got that handled. Now we get to the ring. As we're walking out, my promoter Marshall Kaufman actually spots the glove issue, and he told my father, he said, "Yo, they skinning. Look at what the tape is. it's up too high. He said that they're skinning the gloves. You gotta say something. So as we go into the middle for the final instructions, that's what my father says. He said, "Look, the tape's up too high. The tape, and you see where the tape was. He was taped almost all the way up to the logo on the glove. So and then if you actually look at the tape again, if you actually look at the fight again, you can see no one has signed off on his gloves. You can see on my gloves, signatures from a marker. You ain't see no signature from a marker on the gloves where they were taped. So that's why we had them redo it. When we seen them redo it, you could see where the strings were, and they were trying to skin the gloves. That's called skinning the glove. They're trying to hold the leather back, pull the leather back so that the knuckles are more apparent when he punches. They kind of protrude from the fabric a little more. So when he lands shots, you feel more the knuckles when they land. So I have credit to my team for looking out for my safety. As far as boxing goes.
Now, so there was no signature. By the way, E1K just wants you to know that that dude doesn't deserve a rematch. Stand your ground with the overturn. Either way, we'll support you.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, all the time. There was no signature on his. None? Zero?
Yeah, like
or did they put the tape over it?
Well, no. The thing I didn't see. At first, when I was there, I didn't see that. It was actually when I watched the broadcast. If you watch the broadcast again, you can see that once the gloves get taped up, an inspector puts their signature on it to show that I watched these gloves.
Mm-hmm.
I watched these gloves get wrapped and everything. So there was no signature on his tape.
Wow.
I mean, which is I mean, that's a bad look for the it's a bad look for the commissioner. Just those inspectors just have to make sure they're being more diligent. I mean, I'm sure they're all fans of boxing, but they are there to do a job. But I don't think it's a knock on the entire commission. There was somebody in that commission that just wasn't paying attention, and they need to be made aware of that.
You're a pretty humble guy. You don't believe that was an inside job, or do you believe it was an inside job?
No, I don't think it was an inside job. I mean, it's not. I mean, I don't think it's much to gain in trying to foil my plans, particularly. We came in, we were a co-main event. Neither one of us we're not Errol, Spence, or Terrence Crawford or Manny Pack. Neither one of us are that level of superstar yet. So, I can't really say if it was an inside job. I can't really say that it was an inside job. It was just, I mean, it was a night of BS.
Yes.
Night of BS. I definitely say that.
Yeah, the reason why I asked if it was an inside job, because the owner of that arena is Ned Abdul.
Mm-hmm.
And Ned Abdul is the manager of a lot of the fighters of the promotional company that you fought. So the armor is owned by Ned Abdul, and he puts money into Warriors Boxing. So that's why I was like, it comes up kind of fishy to me, and all their fighters are getting WBA titles, like David Morrell and now this young man, I forget the guy. I don't even want to remember the man's name that you fought, but in my personal opinion, I believe it was an inside job, because I've never seen no signature on the tape, and it's just, I thought it was just a hideous thing to do, knowing that when you walk into the ring, you're literally fighting for your life, literally. We've seen the deaths that happened in 2019 and in the amateur circuit, and I think that it's almost criminal. Do you think that there should be suspensions, bans, anything like that, as it pertains to the judge, as it pertains to his team, because of the skinning of the gloves?
Well, as far as that, I mean, like I said, like they all of his fights were in Colombia.
Mm-hmm.
For all we know, Colombia is, I fought, like, my brother actually fought in the DR,
Wow.
Dominican Republic, right?
Mhm.
And we're used to in the U.S., and especially back there to watch us wrap our hands. So we're sitting back in the locker room waiting to get our hands wrapped. My dad goes out to the hallway. Yo, is somebody gonna wrap our hands? And we're not gonna watch our wrap our hands. They looking like, what? No, you just wrap your hands. Get ready. You know what I mean? So everybody got different rules. And like I said, if there's if the stuff they were doing with their gloves and their wraps is allowed in Colombia, and that's the only place he's fought up until the night he fights me for a world title, he's gonna do what
Right.
he can. He's gonna do what he thinks is legal or what he thinks he can get away with. Regardless, but we were diligent on our end. So
Right.
that's all I can really say about it. As far as the guy owning the arena, look, I didn't really consider if this went that deep,
Mhm.
but as far as Gloria Rizzo or whatever, I don't think she should judge anymore. Like her Twitter doesn't show that she can be unbiased. And those scores were all terrible. Those scores were all terrible. Those judges probably should never really judge again.
Right. And how about her husband? Isn't her husband a chairman or something in WBA? If I'm not mistaken, he has something to do.
I mean that's what I heard. I mean, it's so much stuff that kind of came out. You know what I mean? That I don't know how much of it is just noise and how much of it is actually fact. I know she works for the WBA. We seen with the type of stuff she puts on her Twitter. Those are facts. You know what I
Disgusting.
mean? And those are facts that would indicate an inability to do her job without blinders.
Right, right. Andre, and then I got you next, DB. Fred said it last week. B-sides would not have a chance last weekend at the Armory. Do you and your team feel comfortable fighting on another PBC card?
Yeah, I definitely would fight on another PBC card. I don't know if it was a PBC. I don't believe it had much to do with PBC.
Mhm.
I don't think I don't think PBC was much involved. You can't say these sides never have a chance because Luke San Maria beat Devin Alexander on that same night. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him. He came in on the B side and he was able to get a W. And I thought I was following suit. But somebody, according to the public, somebody had other ideas.
DB.
Sorry about that. The appeal process, is it a 2-1 in terms of the decision and the glove skinning? And if so, or if not, what's the process? Who takes the lead on that? Your attorneys, your manager, or who?
Well, my advisor, Mike Burrell, is taking the lead on that. Like any questions about appeals and stuff are best to go through him. I mean, he's keeping me in the loop, but he knows the legalities of this situation far better than I do.
Mm.
And there was a situation with a glove with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. It was the biggest story in boxing for several months. How did you view that situation before your fight, and then after seeing the screw up by the commission? How do you view that situation after your glove situation?
I mean, it's a like I said, it can happen. You gotta the inspectors have to make sure they're vigilant. I think the inspectors are fans of the sport. That's why they become inspectors and they take on the job. But they all have to make sure at any level that they're paying attention. They gotta just remember that they're here to work. I remember Wilder saying that Fury might have been able to put something in his glove, he said like an egg weight. I don't know if he could actually fit something in the glove, but I mean, it looked. I seen the pictures and everything, and I seen it did look a little odd. I mean, and stuff came out about Fury with a glove from an old fight, but like that situation, it's tough for me to speak on. If I wasn't at that fight. I only saw what took place in the ring. You know, we watched it on pay-per-view, so I only know what took place in the ring. But, you know, I always knew, you know, stuff like that can happen, you know, but that's why you have your team. That's why you have inspectors. And that's why we watch people get their hands right. And now we know we might need to watch these guys actually glove up, you know, especially, somebody from the other team still says a wrap. That same person from the other team might need to go back over there when they actually put their gloves on.
Yeah, I've been a part of these situations before. I've seen it, and I try to tell several people, not just here in the barbershop, but people online everywhere, that these things happen. You know, the commission, sometimes they just see people that fought several times and they feel like they are comfortable with people and maybe like they're not going to cheat. So, you know, they sit back and they may even be sitting in a room with you and they'll have a conversation with you, but they're not, you know, they're not paying close attention because they're just not assuming that you cheat, you know, because they dealt with you plenty of times in the past. But yeah, it can happen. But what about the trajectory of your career before that fight? And had you won the fight officially, were you getting ready to call somebody out? And if so, who?
Well, since I was fighting and I was assuming I was thinking I was going to win the interim WBA title. I had plans to. I figured since we were fighting in Minnesota, I just fought for an interim WBA title. I figured that PBC was putting together a shopping list for Jamal James. So I thought fighting for an interim title would put me directly in line to fight him next. But you know that opportunity got shot down when I got robbed last Saturday.
Only Dad's podcast says I filed a grievance on your behalf, champ. That's awesome.
Man, I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot.
How? Go ahead, D.
Real quick, I'm sorry, Fred. When you said you know that it would get shut down, by who? Because I think that the majority of the boxing world, 99% of the people that have a brain, we all saw and know that you won that fight. So who would shut that down?
I mean, I'm saying it. You know, my plans were shot down by the terrible judging. You know, I mean, I give credit to Gabriel Maestre. He's a tough dude. It would have been hard. I think it would be hard for anybody to knock him out. But you know, I think I beat him. But I still think I beat him by a landslide. It shouldn't have been close either way. Like those scores would have been. I say the first two scores, even if those weren't in my favor, I think those had it too close anyway. But yeah, my any chances of me fighting Jamal James next were shot down by the judges.
Got it. Go ahead, Brody.
How soon? How many days did you have to prepare for this fight?
Well, I was a backup on the card in case somebody got sick. So since July, since start of July, I was training for it, but I got my A straight. I actually got my A straight like what? I don't know. About 11 days. We actually signed like, okay, Cody Crawley tested positive for COVID. Now we're gonna take on. Now you're gonna step in and fight Gabriel Maestre. I found out about 11 days notice, but I was already sparring and everything. And prayers up for Cody Crawley. I hope he recovers well.
Okay. What's the process in being the backup? So how is the contact with you so the fans can get an idea of the build up to this fight?
Yeah, well, PBC. I guess PBC reaches out to PBC reached out to my advisor and my advisor and my promoter. And I'm not sure exactly who they talked to, but I get, they talk to my advisors and promoter. They call and they call me and say, yeah, there's a there's a welterweight card in Minnesota, and PBC wants you to be the backup for it. So if you don't so you go in there. If no one tests positive, you don't fight, but they'll pay you. You will weigh in, and they'll still pay you. As just basically as a thank you for being on call. But sometimes, like I did, I got lucky. And I end up actually fighting. But I mean, in reality, you got to prepare for multiple fighters. When you're preparing for multiple fighters, I mean, the best thing to do. I mean, you might check some tape and stuff, but that's gonna be a lot to deal with. The best thing you can do as a fighter is just prepare your body and your skill set to be at its best, so that whoever you fight, you're competitive against them.
And on the 9 days prior to the fight, what happens there? When you actually get the opponent? Yeah, when you actually get the opponent.
Well, now you can dedicate the rest. I guess you can dedicate the rest of the camp to preparing for them. So I had, like I said, I had been sparring, but I was sparring both stances. Because you see who's on the card, a couple a few conventional fighters and a few southpaws. So I was fighting both stances, but once I got the call, I had about 2 days left. So I trained all the way on I trained for right-hander. I trained for a right-handed fighter, so I can cater my sparring to that opponent.
Yeah, and when you arrived, now looking back on it, do you see anything like out of the ordinary, like as it pertains to in Minnesota in the build up to this fight?
Nah, I really didn't. I came to the we flew in on a Wednesday, had a press conference Thursday, weigh in Friday, fight Saturday. Everything was pretty regular. I did my regular routine. I got the rest of the weight off. Weighed in, had dinner that night. Everything was regular. I didn't. And then the stuff things started, Saturday night in the venue, when with the hand wrap situation, the glove situation. Those were the things that were kind of strange.
Do you think the card was? I mean, the scorecards were predetermined prior to the fight?
I don't. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. That's what I'm saying. I'll say this. I think I was coming in to fill in for the fight, and I think not much. I think not much was expected of me, but I told him at the press conference, like, dude, I haven't just been sitting on the couch. Like, if y'all think y'all found just a body to fill in, I'm more than that.
Right.
I'm coming to win. Y'all got it's an interim world title on the line. But best believe. And the thing about finding out that it was going to be for a world title, that was extra fuel to finish up the camp strong. Added a little more excitement to the whole gym. The whole gym had a good energy in the gym for the rest of the camp, because we're all just excited. My teammates telling me, like, man, yo, you bring this jump home. We do, as a team, we do everything to prepare one another. We assist, might assist with sparring and everything. We might talk to the coach, like, yeah, he got to watch this, he got to watch out, put his hand up, duck under this way, blah, 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 things like that. So I told him, like, I'm more than ready. I'm more than ready for this opportunity. I've been training. I'm always in the gym, so I'm never just coming off the couch. I'm never just like, oh man, I got to fight. Let's go to the gym, guys. Nah, I was in the gym when they called about the fight.
Right. I think Boom says, I think the judges should be arrested when stuff like this are done. They locked up the NBA ref. Hell, she may have been betting and gambling on your fight, dog. How do you
mean,
respond to that?
I mean, she could have been. She definitely could have been. I mean, if she's going to gamble on it, she's in a position to control her outcome. But I mean, like I said, until that kind of stuff comes to light, I won't say that's what happened. What we saw come to light was, her Twitter and the type of person she is. So
Right.
that stuff came to light. That stuff I might speak on sometimes.
How about the sanctioning fees? Did they reimburse you the sanctioning fees?
Hell no.
Do
That came out the check.
Do you think you should be reimbursed your sanctioning fees?
I mean, maybe, probably. I mean, after what y'all did to me, y'all robbed me there. Y'all gonna rob me twice. But you know what? I ain't even gonna go there. I ain't gonna go there because you know what? The WBA still technically gave me an opportunity to fight to fight for their belt and represent their organization. So I'm great. I'm still thankful for the opportunity. So we ain't even gonna burn no bridges.
Yeah, I I love your I love that you're keeping the center of gravity, man. Because
I was upset. But I mean, I still am upset. But at the same time, I'm not overly emotional. So this is me being mad, happy, or whatever. You may never know.
My opinion is they used your black skin to elevate him. You understand what I'm saying? Like they say, oh, we gonna the most likeliest black fighter we can get. You understand that's a good fighter. We could bring him in. He'll lose. That he'll elevate the profile of the guy that you're fighting, and we'll move on. And that tends to happen a lot in boxing. It happened to Devin Alexander Saturday night. And I thought they were probably gonna. Not probably. I thought that they did the same thing to you, and I didn't watch the fight Saturday night. I end up catching up with it on Monday, and today is Tuesday. Yeah, so Monday I end up catching up with it, and that was a Mr. Fox. That was a job, man. That was a job. The bridge is burnt, bro. They robbed you. They robbed you on live TV. You know what I mean?
It was definitely a robbery. I just truthfully I think that I came in and they didn't expect for me to do what I did at all. They never did expect me to do what I did, and that's the biggest thing. They probably thought my SA was gonna put me away and they weren't gonna have to judge, but like I know I've been in with tough fights. I've been in with stronger punches than my SA at a lower weight class. So, he landed some shots, but he didn't hit me with anything that I felt was like, oh my God, this guy really is the truth. You know what I mean? He will not go down as one of my toughest opponents. He'll go down as durable, but not one of the toughest.
What did you guys have a conversation after the fight?
No, I don't think he speaks English. So
I know he doesn't speak English. I'm just saying, like, there's a mutual level of understanding. Like, I know I robbed you.
Why would he say that?
Not say it, but I'm talking about like the body language, or you get what I'm saying.
If you look at the broadcast, you can see he didn't look like a fighter that thought he just won a world title. He wasn't cheering loud. He didn't jump up and down. I mean, I know you say you wanted to capture a world title as a professional. You didn't behave like it didn't seem you didn't seem to be as happy. You didn't seem to be as happy as most people would be.
Got it. DB.
Yeah, let me go back just for a second. The backup spot pays show money, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And how does that contract look compared to the regular contract for you fighting on the card, for you being the primary choice?
Well, I'm trying to think the last time I fought, Pass mine a car. Okay, so yeah, so they fly you out. Um, they fly you out. You after the scheduled fights weigh in. You just the official weigh-in's over. You just jump. They just got you jumping on the scale, and you jump on the scale, and and you, as long as you show that you made the weight, that you were able to make the weight, that you actually came to that you were prepared to fight if they needed you to. Um, you get your check on the night of the fight.
Okay.
So no, you're asking him, does the pay change between not fighting, being just the weigh in versus coming in and actually fighting? Was that your question, DB?
Right.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
If you fill in for one of the fighters, depending on who the card, depending on who where you are on the card, if you actually fill in for one of the fighters, you don't get, it's not just show money. You're gonna get money you're gonna get fight money. Depending on the level of opposition you face. But you're gonna get paid. You're gonna get paid to fight. You're gonna get paid a fighter's pay.
Beautiful.
They give you, the weigh-in money is the weigh-in money is a good amount, but it's just thanks for showing up.
Got you. Now, you said the Jamal James fight might not be available for you now. So if that's not the case right now, then who do you want next? Give us a name of a person that you want to fight.
Truthfully, I don't really have any names just because, this situation, I haven't thought far past this situation. I haven't thought far past the situation. I thought, I knew I had it. I had basically a mission in my head. Like, okay, this is the interim belt. It's not to me. In my mind, it's not the full world. It's not the full on world title, but it puts you in a position to gain it. Okay, so the first step is getting past Maestre. You when obtaining an interim belt, and your next fight can be Jamal James, and then maybe after Jamal James, you could have fought maybe Yordenis Ugas, but now Ugas is being bumped up to fight Pacquiao. But even still, I was just probably gonna fight the WBA champion. I had in my mind I was gonna fight WBA champions if I got past Maestre. So now that mission goes incomplete. Now we just gotta wait on what the next opportunity is.
Did you?
What about?
Go ahead. Sorry.
What about? I'm sorry, Fred. What about you versus Mo Hooker? My brother, Presidential Mike asked.
Oh, yeah, I fight Mo Hooker. I would fight him. We offered. We thought he was. I think after he fought Jose Ramirez, he was looking for opponents to fight like I guess a comeback fight or whatever. We threw our name. My promoter threw my name in the hat. They said no. From what I was told, his team said no anyway. So, we're both in different points in our career now where we could fight each other, but I wouldn't say no. I just know I wouldn't say no to a fight with him.
Okay. Can you beat Yordenis Ugas right now?
The way I was feeling in that fight, and in the fight I just fought, I felt like I could beat Yordenis Ugas. I can beat Maurice Hooker, and I could have beaten Jamal James. The way I felt in that fight, yes.
Right on.
What was there any bonuses in your contract? Had you received if you won?
Nah.
Okay.
I had what they were gonna pay me, and the bonus was probably the bonus was really getting the interim belt. But like I said, that was gonna put me in a good position. Excuse me. That was gonna put me in a good position, so I'll take it.
Do PBC have an option on your next fight?
Let me say my advisor is talking to PBC right now about another an opponent and everything, but it's still early in talks for me to even talk about it really.
Okay, because the reason why I asked is the build up to that was, do you have any reservations or concerns that they're just going to move on?
No, I talked to my advisor. I mean, they said as soon as they called Maestre's name, that they're like, nah, we're gonna try to push for the rematch immediately. We're not gonna just, you know, we're gonna do something for him. Yeah.
Hmm. So you're optimistic you'll get another fight?
Yeah, I'm optimistic. Like I
Okay,
think, yeah,
okay,
because I think from Premier Boxing Champions, they saw what happened, and you know, it's on their it happened on their showcase. So they don't want to have a bad name at the end of this. They don't want to have a reputation for treating mistreating fighters. I mean, like I said, this was a I mean, WBA is probably who is to be the WBA is who is to be looked at about this, not PBC.
right,
PBC was just a platform, but
right.
the WBA is where I think all the fingers it should be pointed. You know, Premier
Mhm.
Boxing Champions gave me and my straight an opportunity to fight on national TV.
Right. The and I'll in a second, DB. The reason why I say that is because Rolly, the guy Jackson didn't get a rematch, and if you beat a guy 10 rounds out of 12, I don't think he's gonna want to get in the ring with you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, like the thing is, we could push for this rematch, but we can't. We still can't even guarantee that Maestro would take it. We can't even guarantee that Maestro would take it. We can't guarantee that. And it's not like. I mean, they ain't got. They don't have to strip him. They could strip him if they want to. It's basically all the moves and all the moves are in the WBA's pocket. So all the next move that gets made is on the WBA. The ball's in their court. So you know so they could push for the immediate rematch. Maestre's team decide they don't want it. I mean, I would just be looking for somebody else to fight now.
DB.
Sorry, man, I was talking on mute. Sorry.
Mhm.
Got word from one of our boxing insiders. It said that the WBA ordered that today, ordered a rematch. WBA ordered Fox versus Maestre, and they have 30 days to negotiate and then a purse bid. Were you not?
Yeah,
You weren't aware of that?
no, I was aware of it, but it's just like I said, we still we don't they can't make we have to know if Maestro would even take the fight.
He's not going to take the fight. I'm going to say I believe he's not going to take the fight, and that's why I'm not being a pessimistic. I'm just, the history of boxing proves if you beat a guy 10 rounds, if a guy gets robbed and he wins, and he's the A side, you know, this water under the bridge, and they're gonna try and move him to get to where they wanted to move him, you know, and then it puts you in a pickle in terms of like, what do you do next? But you don't have to worry about that now. We're just going to say hopeful that you do get the rematch, and we're going to cross our fingers, and you know what I mean, and wish upon the star, and you get what I'm saying. I really hope it works out for you. You know what I mean, but it is what it is, man. And
Yeah, rematch or not, I think things will work out. I think I'll be in a better position. You know,
yeah,
I mean, the thing is, me as a competitor is just like, you know, I thought like, even if we do fight a rematch, like, yo, he still gets to say that he didn't, that he beat me, and
right,
that's just not the truth. That's not the
right.
truth of it at all. Like, dude, you, like, can you really sit there and say like, the thing about it is, when I sit with myself in private, you know, and I'm driving the car or something, and I'm by myself, I think about that fight, and I can't help but think like this dude didn't beat me, and then I wonder that when he sits alone with himself, does he actually sit here and tell himself that he won that fight?
Mm, I get it. On another note, Errol Spence has a torn retina. Do you know anybody that's ever had a torn retina, anything like that? And
Well, I don't know. I don't know anybody personally.
uh
I read Ray Leonard's book. He had a torn retina. He came back. Errol Spence can come back from it. The thing is, had he went into the fight, he might not. It's something that the fight, win or lose, the damage could have ended his career. So it's good that he did. He made. I think he made the right choice. Um, and bowing out. I think he said that he found out because he was going to get like the eye exams that you had to get for a fight. So it's good they caught it, and he said he went to 2 or 3 doctors. They told him that he that you can't fight.
right.
And thank you. I want to say thank you to Errol Spence because he actually DM'd me and said, "Man,
Oh, that's
he said sorry about how your fight went, man. You won hands down, and I'm very grateful that I told him, man, thanks a lot, and I'm sorry about what's happened with you, right? I'm sorry about your injury, but um, it happens. It's part of the sport, man. Even if it was light sparring or whatever that happened, because he's about 2 weeks out. So the sparring, they're probably toning down sparring now. All it takes is one. All it takes is one little punch that wasn't even the hardest punch he felt that could have just uh, detached the retina.
Mm. Yeah, Earl's a class act, man. And like I said, the boxing world has definitely wrapped their arms around you. That Feeling podcast, man. WBA trying to right a wrong that should have never happened. And R. West wants to ask you, has your experience soured you on boxing at all?
Um, at first it kind of did, but I got to Lennox Lewis talked to me and he said he was just like, man, keep doing your thing. You're looking great. I can see the progress in your boxing. And for him, for a guy with as many accolades as him to tell me that was good for me to hear. I probably thinking in hindsight, I probably need to hear that because it definitely made me want to perform again. Like I didn't think I was gonna not perform again, but I definitely wanted to perform again. It was great to hear that from a guy you know, from a guy that I admire, that there's been places I want to go. It was great to hear. So nah, we're not really sour. We're more motivated now.
Has anyone else reached out to you?
Yeah, well, the guy fighter Francisco Santana, he
Oh,
actually reached out on Instagram, but a lot of fighters saw it and spoke on it. Franchon Cruz, Tony Harrison, Julian Williams, Damon Nicholson, a personal friend of mine. These guys all spoke publicly. I'm grateful to everybody that spoke about it publicly. Because that put pressure on the WBA to actually do something about it and not just be like, there we go. At least they
right.
can at least act like they were gonna do something about it.
Do you believe? I posted yesterday on my Instagram, and we discussed this yesterday. Do you think the WBA champion should speak up on your behalf?
I mean, the WBA. I mean, it could like on one side it could happen to any of the WBA champions, and on another side, you don't want to bite the hand that feeds you, especially if the WBA belt is the only belt you hold. You know, the whole goal is to win belts and then get fights with the superstars. I don't want to see I don't want to see fighters. I don't want to see fighters lose out on chances to fight. The
Mm,
Canelos and the Errols and Pacquiaos and things like that. I don't want to see
mm,
those guys miss out on that. I mean,
mm.
if they're willing to do that, that's their choice. You know what I mean?
Right.
If they're willing to speak on it, that's their choice, and I'm grateful to them for risking the career that they work so hard to build. But
Uh,
I respect them if they don't.
I,
Either
I, I
way.
that's admirable to say. You mind if I respond to that?
Oh, go ahead.
And thank you. I appreciate that. I think that's what they want us to do. Fall in line and adhere to their rules and play their game, which actually robbed Deontay Wilder, almost robbed O'Shaquie Foster. And I think that the fighters should stand up. I think the fighters should say something. I think the fans should stand up and say something. I think you're doing an admirable job at balancing the scales, you know, because you don't know what your future holds. But at the end of the day, I think that they're going to eat you. In my opinion, I've been covering boxing about 12 years now, and I haven't seen nothing this bad in a long time, you know. But they're going to give you a payday and forget about you. And I think that this is a rallying cry. I think your situation is a rallying cry to right the wrongs in boxing, because they called Deontay Wilder crazy. They said that no way could a fighter walk in with the gloves. And now you say there's no signature on the gloves. So when there's money on the line, a man 3-0 get a championship fight, 3-0, and you're light years better than him, Mr. Fox. You're light years better than this kid. I saw the fight yesterday. It's like me fighting you. Only thing is he got better head movement. You get what I'm saying? That's it. You fought a 2-time Olympic gold Olympian and whooped his tail. And I genuinely believe that this is the time, similar to what happened last year, where we had a rallying cry in America and we had over 80 million people worldwide stand up, but nothing happened because we just was symbols. We didn't use our vote. We didn't hold our politicians accountable. We just was satisfied with just yelling at the top of our lungs and raising our fists. You know, we didn't change the Constitution. We didn't fight for reparations. We didn't fight to change the Electoral College, you know. And I genuinely, in my heart of hearts, you understand what I'm saying? Because of your diplomacy, I think your diplomacy is phenomenal. Like, shit, I mean, I wouldn't have been this way. I would have still been in the armory yelling. You get what I'm saying? I would have tore that damn thing up because I know Ned Abdul put money in that corner that fought you. And I think it's wrong. I believe PBC is gonna give you another fight because the fans are just so entrenched into this fight. You know what I mean? But I just hope that it works out for you in the end. I'm not optimistic that it will, and but I hope it does. Like I followed your brother's career. I'm now going to follow your career, and I really hope that it does work out for y'all, because y'all have committed to the sport of boxing, similar to the Ennis family, whose brother has fought, similar to the Peterson family. You in your area, y'all have done the Gary Russell family, who fights this Saturday. You know, I admire y'all, you know, for the sacrifices that y'all have made, but whew, I just think a year from now, I'm going to DM you and ask you for an interview. And, you know, I hope I'm wrong. I genuinely hope that I'm wrong, sincerely. But you know, they bow to the Canelos of the world. You know what I mean? They bow to the Floyd Mayweathers of the world, you know, that are actually generating income. You know, it wasn't a sold out arena where they were yelling your name or yelling that other man's name. So it's at a cost to them to put on this fight. So that's my take on it. And I hope I'm wrong, Mr. Fox. I really hope I'm wrong, you know, and shit, you know, I just hope that I'm wrong, you know, but you know, we're rooting for you, man. Your fan base is crazy now, though.
Definitely. No doubt about that.
Now your fan base is really crazy. And my last question, they asked about 10 times in the chat. What's your take on racism in boxing? Do you think it's real, or do you think this is just an anomaly as it pertains to you Saturday night?
I wouldn't say it's an anomaly. As far as race in boxing, period. I mean, you know, the behavior, you know, the behavior in the fighters are different. Like, you think about Floyd Mayweather. I tell you what, think about Floyd Mayweather, think about Andre Ward. You know, you got two Olympians, one's a gold medalist, one's a bronze medalist. You know, one got the work, got the work done, and he let other people tell people. I mean, he let other people tell other. I mean, he let others talk about how great he is, and then you had another who told you how great he was and was always kind of in your face about how good he was. And I mean, what I take from that is that, you know, uh, black fighters. I say there's black fighters that do a lot, that talk a lot and are flamboyant and braggadocious, like the Floyd Mayweather, Adrian Barnes, and things like that. They make more money because that's what the powers that be feel like they want to see. You know what I mean? But you got a guy like Andre Ward who had a hell of a career. I know he's made a lot of money, but him being an Olympic gold medalist and being undefeated, I mean, you would think he's made as much money as Floyd Mayweather did. But Floyd Mayweather knew how to play the game.
Yeah.
Y'all want a villain. Y'all want a black. Y'all want a flamboyant black fighter. Here I am. And that's how Floyd Mayweather made his money, because he knew that buying tickets to see him get knocked out were the same price as buying tickets to see him win. Where you got a guy like Andre Ward who, never been in no trouble.
Right.
Been winning since the age, hasn't lost since 13. And I mean, he, like I said, he made his money. He made a lot of good money. He won belts. He pretty much cleared out the super middleweight division. He fought the boogeyman at light heavyweight. And he's a I guess what they would consider a throwback fighter.
Mm-hmm.
But they're saying throwback fighter he made the money that, I mean, he made a lot of money. I want to say that I know he made a lot of money fighting, but he didn't make that type of money that Floyd do, and it's gonna be hard for anybody to do. Where when you look at other people, guys like Canelo doesn't have to do much. He just has to fight. He has an entire nation behind him. You know what I'm saying? Mexico is all the way behind him, so he doesn't have to do much. He just have to go and perform. He doesn't have to be loud. He doesn't have to be arrogant and cocky and all that stuff. I think it's as a bit of a curse of being a black person. If you want to really excel, you gotta sometimes act a fool, and that's where I think race kind of plays into boxing. Like we don't get the same road.
Right.
We don't get the same road. We don't get to just be good at what we do. We gotta be loud. We gotta be like Adrian Broner. We gotta be like Floyd Mayweather. We gotta be like those kind of fighters to really reach out and get a hold of some good money and get the attention of the masses.
Right. That Feeling podcast said you made me a fan. I hope Fred is wrong too. I definitely hope I'm wrong as well. DB, any final questions?
Yeah, who's your favorite rapper?
My favorite rapper is probably J. Cole.
Okay.
All right, and what about all time?
Probably.
I didn't hear it.
All time favorite rappers probably Jay-Z. I mean, the music I listen to, if you look at the playlist I train to, is it goes through a lot of different eras in rap music. I got Jay-Z, J. Cole, Tupac, some Scarface in there, some Nipsey, Dr. Dre. My musical, as far as hip hop, I'm kind of all over the place with it. But like one of my favorite, like I get excited every time a J. Cole album comes out. I get excited every time a Jay-Z album comes out. Or, well, he's not dropping music like he used to, but I was excited for 444.
Yeah, that's a great album. How about the Nas that just dropped last week?
I finished listening to it, but the first King's Disease was great.
Yeah.
This one's pretty good. I don't think it's as good as the first one, but it's hard to bring a sequel that's better than that beats the original.
Right. Are you anxious for Drake or Kanye to drop? They're supposed to be dropping this month.
Well, I mean, I kind of stopped listening to Kanye. He started his behavior outside of hip hop has kind of soured me to him. But you know, Drake's album, I'm sort of excited about. I mean, you need some you can listen to with the lady. So there's that. Me, I like lyrics. I like lyricism. I like clever wordplay. Like one of my favorite rappers to listen to is Royce the 5'9" he's from Detroit.
Right?
I don't know if y'all know him.
Yeah, Detroit. Yeah. Yeah, man. Man, we totally appreciate you coming in, man. And the moment you get some positive news, man, DM me, man. Man, we got thousands of people in here, man, listening to you, man. And anything we can do to further it and advance it. If things don't go your way, you know, come back and say they screwed you. Hopefully it's the other way. Come back and say we got to fight. I'm fighting for a WBA interim belt, which is probably their 6th belt at the 147-pound division, because he's not going to fight you. But I think the least they could do is give you back your sanctioning fees, man. You know what I mean? You actually paid that judge?
I paid them to rob me. That's crazy.
Yeah, man, and that's America, man. Welcome to America, man. As Jay-Z and Kanye would say, welcome to America, man. And, thank you for coming into the shop, man. This is an honest. I'm not sure if you're familiar with, but we're pretty honest, man. Man, we just shoot off. We pretty honest with one another in here, man. And I thank you for coming into the shop, man, and hanging out with us tonight, man. And we're very interested. When I say we're interested in what happens to you next, we are interested in what happens to you next, man. And can't wait to find out some great news, you know, in the next week, 2 weeks, maybe a month, you know, because they got 30 days to answer the bail. So if anything happens before that, please let me know. And feel free to come back on, man, because we're really concerned and hopeful for you at the same time.
Very much. Thanks for having me. Shout out to DB as well.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. I enjoyed this a lot.
Oh, thank you, dog. And we're rooting for you, man. We're rooting for you. Appreciate it. And your earbuds is dying too, so perfect timing.
I'm sorry about that.
Don't worry about it, man. We appreciate you coming in, dog. Thank you.
All right.
I appreciate it. All right. Oh man. Where we at? Okay, there we go. Yeah, man.
Hey, you know what, man? Shout out to him in the end, because you know at the end of the call, people, even though they know I'm on the phone, you know what I mean, they'll just say, "Y'all." He gave a specific shout out to DB, man. So shout out to Brother Fox for that. Yeah. Shout out to Brother Fox for the acknowledgement, man. Appreciate that, man. You know, just because we play what the people want. I just want to ask the questions that the fans want to know. That's it. Yeah. So yeah, man, I hope things work out in his favor. I just want him on his own end to push too, just as much as the people around him are pushing, so that we can affect change, man. You know what I mean? And these situations are gonna keep coming up, you know, if we don't fight. You know, and unfortunately this wasn't Al's fault, Fred.
I don't care who it is, but it's under his banner, so he's liable. Just like it was. No, you need to listen. You need to listen and stop laughing, because this is a serious matter. Because just like it was under Eddie Hearn's banner, and Eddie Hearn said it wasn't my fault, who did we blame? We blamed Eddie Hearn, right? So at the end of the day, we're not gonna choose when it's comfortable for us. So if y'all gonna support me when I go get Eddie Hearn, y'all gotta support me when I'm doing this. But that's that selective morality stuff. Hey, come on, I love you. Come in. So it's the same thing. It's nothing in between. So that's kind of so that's where. Hold up. Y'all give the young brother a break. He's not mature enough. He's mature enough. Y'all have Floyd 20 years tap dancing. Let the young dude eat. And that's the problem with that. See, we're afraid to fight. Let the young guy eat. No, this is a perfect opportunity to expose boxing. We got Deontay Wilder, we got O'Shaquie Foster, and we have him. We have enough evidence to stand our ground. And we got guys like Presidential Mike saying, no, let the guy eat. What's more important, the truth or money? The truth or money? That's why we're a bunch of cowards. We talk all this revolutionary shit and we're cowards. We're cowards at the end of the day. And y'all want men to fight and die for y'all niggas. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. This is a perfect opportunity to fight. It happened to Deontay Wilder, but because Tyson Fury is a Bob Arum fighter, we fight. Well, that nigga that had the illegal gloves that walk in the ring is an Al Heyman signed fighter via Warrior Boxing, and we don't want to fight. Scared ass niggas. I know. It's Al Heyman is the GOAT. He got to be right in everything that he do. No, he's wrong in this instance, and we should be standing up fighting. But I'm not gonna fight the battle. I'm just gonna use this platform as an echo chamber, and y'all can do what you like. But listen, let me tell you something. That would not have happened to my son. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That would not have happened to Lincoln. That would not have happened to Kennedy. Oh, play the game. Let the man eat because you're a coward. We do all this talking, DB. You do all this talking. I'm tough. I'm this. Presidential Mike. I'm tough. I'm this. But when it's time to ride, you won't do it. Y'all want to ride on Eddie Hearn when the guy came in with steroids and illegal gloves? Tyson Fury is a Bob Arum fighter. So what's the easy? So we go get Bob. It's what happened. We brought Bob in a barbershop, and y'all could ask him anything y'all wanted to ask him, and we did. Oh, the WBC is racist, right? Oh, they're racist. So let's bring Mauricio Sulaiman in. You can ask him anything you want. The man walked into the ring with no signature on his raps, and y'all saying, oh, it's not an inside job. Man, give me a break, man. It happened on his watch. He's responsible for it, and everybody there, the promoters. Yes. Okay, I'll take care of it, Lincoln. Just cut the light out and plug in your iPad. So at the end of the day, y'all just talking. Y'all just talk. Y'all don't want to fight. DB, you don't want to fight. You want to be right. Y'all don't want to fight because we got 3 examples happen to O'Shaquie Foster, him, and Deontay Wilder. 3 black fighters, 3 different locations, 3 different sanctioning bodies, if I'm not mistaken. I know. I'm wrong. All you, DB.
All right. Emotional Fred, listen.
I can be emotional. There's nothing wrong with being emotional when you're passionate about something.
So, but why are you defending it then? If I said it, then
no, I'm not defending it. And I got to help Lincoln real quick. But go ahead, talk to the people. You figured it out?
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. So first thing is, I believe Presidential Mike was saying, listen, if the guy does not want to fight, then don't push him to saying that it was this person's fault or saying that it was corruption. I asked him what he thought about corruption in boxing. He said, you never heard that come out of my mouth. Okay, cool. I moved on. I didn't ask him 5 or 6 times about the same thing. So if the guy doesn't think that it was a PBC thing or a WBA thing or whatever his feeling is, we can't force him to believe what you or I or somebody else in the shop believes. And I think that's what Presidential Mike was saying. Listen, if he wants to fight, allow him to fight. If he doesn't want to fight, allow him not to do that. Don't push him. So he's saying if the man doesn't want to put himself out there, allow him to be him and let him eat if that's what he wants. So you gave him your opinion and, what a potential solution, or not a solution, but, what you thought that he could do, which is speak out, which is the same thing I thought. But, if that's not his stance, then so be it. But we can't keep going. Oh, well, let me see. Al Heyman was in charge of the commission, not checking the guy's gloves. Yeah, Al Heyman was supposed to come check the gloves himself. or it's Al Heyman's fault that the dog head heifer was a racist judge. That's all Al Heyman's fault. No, if there's something that's specific to him, then we can talk about that one specific thing. If he does something that's wrong, then we can call it that's wrong. But every time there's a situation, it's gonna all circle into this whirlwind. At the end of the day, that tornado was created by Al Heyman. Like, come on with that, man. Come on, it's got to be something specific and point directly to it, and then we can move on with that and go, okay, we all shrug our shoulders and go, yeah, shit, I was wrong that time. And in terms of fighting, you want me to fight the way you fight, or I fight the way I fight? You can't tell Presidential Mike how he has to fight. You can't tell Reggie, you can't tell DJ how they have to fight. Because you don't know if a person is in their home purchasing pay-per-views or not, or if they're giving the viewership to that network, or if they like posts about a certain fighter or network. Now, if you see them on Instagram and somebody tell you that they did it, okay, but you don't know how. So, and I know you said yesterday that, that everybody in the shop could use this as a platform to let their message and their voice be heard. And that's great. And I know for me, of course, but I know for some people, maybe they didn't know that before. So, we just got to take stuff for what it is. And what it is the guy, we all feel like the guy most of us feel like he's gotten cheated, and hope there's an appeal process that's happening with the gloves and also that judge. Hopefully he gets a rematch in I can't think of it. What's the guy's name he fought?
I don't know. Don't care.
Yeah, true. But hopefully he gets a rematch with him. I think he can go in there and do the same thing he just did, and maybe even be a little more aggressive and stop the guy. I would like that for him. But if not, I hope he can get a Jamal James fight, or fight somebody to to move up that ladder. And right now is the perfect time for him too, because there's so many. Yeah, Gabriel Mosher. Thanks, Denzel. I think now it's kind of like a blessing in disguise. And I don't want to say that to him because, nobody want to take an L just to have more eyes on him, right? And even though he took an L the back way, I think now, though, if he goes out there in his next 2 or 3 performances, if he's got, good performances, especially if it's against a named opponent like a Jamal James, or Mo Hooker, then I think his potential grows a lot more, because now everybody's paying attention to what he's doing. You know what I mean? And go ahead, Brody.
So you're let me read the super chat. Terrence Bailey, there's a whole lot I want to say. Well, say it. You ain't got to hold shit back here. Fuck the ops. They got, fuck. Man. But now isn't the time. Saying too much in a public forum gives the ops too much intel. Operational sign, man, ain't no fucking. What secrets are we keeping from them? What secrets are we keeping from them? So you're advocating that he goes and fights. He gets a rematch. Is that what you're advocating for?
No, I was just saying I would like for. No, I just want him to be able to get that L overturned. But I'm saying for him, I would like to see him to go be able to get back in there with Gabriel and finish the fight. But at the end of the day, just want the L to be overturned. I don't know if Gabriel, I don't know his history. I don't know if he will accept the fight. But like L Dub said, he's got 30 days. So we shall see what happens.
So when should we stand up against the machine? But before you answer that, boom, this what I like, uncomfortable conversations. You missed my last super chat. I wasn't sitting in the chair. I was gone. I didn't know how to cut off a PS5. I'm learning just like y'all. So Lincoln didn't know how to do it. So we had to figure it out. But go ahead. So when do we start fighting? So we wait for till we get a certain amount of money? Because Muhammad Ali was broke. You heard in the interview, Muhammad Ali was broke for 3 years, didn't have $1, borrowed money from Elijah Muhammad, had speaking engagement, traveled in a car all across the country doing speaking engagements. When do we speak up as a people? When do we speak up?
I think we were already speaking up as of yesterday or Sunday.
No, that's not what I'm asking. When should the fighter speak up? Because you and Presidential Mike think that he should stay quiet. You're siding with him. That's
what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You want me to take a picture of my notes and send them to you?
No.
But you see what I was writing in the chat? But that's not what I said.
Okay, but go ahead.
That's not what I said. You actually asked the last 3 questions that I was going to ask, and you gave the actual response that I was going to give. So we were on the same page.
Okay. So when should we fight? So we should stay docile? We shouldn't fight the machine that robbed this man? Like,
yeah, that's not for me because I think that he should. But again, I can't tell the man how to do his thing.
Anyways, man, I just it's just, I mean, people sound good. Y'all sound good in the chat, man. Y'all sound great. Y'all sound amazing. Y'all sound amazing, man. But when it's time to go, y'all want them to get their money. Get their money, man. Let the young man eat. Let him eat. Presidential Mike, man, you showed your true colors, man. Let him eat. All that toughness you've been saying for years. Now you want the man to eat when it's time to ride. Man, get out of here.
Mike's last comment.
Get out of here. It doesn't matter. He could change his mind now. But when the man was in, he said, let him eat like 5 times. Let him eat. Let him eat.
No. Read the comment. Don't have.
No, I'm not. No, feel free. You want to speak? You're his manager or his advisor? You're probably his advisor. So go ahead.
Yeah, he said, I never said that he should stay quiet. I said, don't force the jacket on him, Fred.
No, read all his comments. At the end of the day, you either advocating to fight or you're advocating to stay docile. Period. End of discussion. And it's cool when a non-black guy comes in here, or like the enemy, like Sugar Hill, comes in here.
No, why are you always comparing it? You always everybody else don't compare to white people, but now you're doing
because y'all act different. Y'all act different. When Mauricio Suleiman come, all guns are blazing. All guns are blazing. When Sugar Hill come in here, all guns are blazing. When Bob Arum come here, all guns are blazing. But y'all want him, but y'all want to get the money. Let him be cool, man. Let him be cool. That's hey, what's up, Corey Lee? Appreciate you, man. And that's our problem on the top level. We got 3 examples of the same crime in 18 months. And we saying, oh man, let's be cool, man. Let's not, man. And this is why.
Who's saying that? Because I'm not reading that from Presidential Mike.
Okay.
He's saying that's not what he said.
Okay. There's no sense. I'd rather let the caller. I'm done. I rather because everybody got answers, but nobody's done what I've done. Nobody's done what I've done. I've never seen you talk to. Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. No, and I'm saying that because how long you lived in LA? No, but you said you're gonna do A, B, C, D, but I've never seen you or anybody else walk up to Oscar De La Hoya. I've never seen it, but everybody say they'll do it. Everybody say they gonna do it. Everybody say they gonna do everything, but y'all don't do it. I know it. I know you're playing to the crowd, but I want to see an action. I want to see an action out of y'all. I want to see action. When it's time to ride, it's time to ride. We got clear evidence of racism. Clear evidence of racism. And we're saying, go fight for the damn racist organization again. That's like, go vote again. Go vote again. Oh, no, the government's not racist. No, let's just vote our way out of this system. Let's just vote. Let's just vote. Oh man, I rest my case. I'm gonna open the phone lines, man. You staying on or you coming on? What are you gonna do, man?
Then I'm gonna eat something, but I'm gonna be right here in the chat
all
going
right.
off on you.
All right, peace. All right.
All right.
I want to see some toughness out of y'all. All we doing is talking in the chat. No one want to ride. We got 100% proof that boxing is racist, and we saying go fight for the WBA again. What's up, man? What's up, 817? What you got, man?
Nah, Fred, I feel you on that too, man. But I'm having these issues, man, with these Pacquiao fans. There's some weirdo motherfuckers, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, have you just been reading the comments that they're making about Errol Spence?
No, I don't care about it because he has a torn retina. I wouldn't even put no stock in it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't put no stock.
You're right, and I shouldn't either. But it's just so strange that they made this, and the way they be talking about this man is the GOAT of boxing over Ali and Sugar Ray. These motherfuckers are strange, and some of their arguments they're having, now they're calling this man a coward and saying he was scared and he was getting beat up by his sparring partners, and he must have watched Pacquiao's videos of his speed, so Earl didn't want to see Pacquiao. And it's coming from all these Pacquiao fans, especially from the ones across the sea. And the shit they're saying is crazy. They act like this man has been whipping so much ass, and they always bring up Floyd's name at the end, man. It's just strange, man. And a lot of people are saying this shit. I'm like, the man's got a torn retina. It's attached. You can't fight with this attached fucking retina, bro. It's fucking crazy. Hey, but I feel you on what you're talking about with the WBA. That's crazy. Motherfuckers really should be taking a stand on that shit. Them motherfuckers be like, you know what? We should be talking to these boxers like, you know what? You should not be fighting for that belt no more. And so something changes, so you get some of these motherfuckers out of that commission. You shouldn't be fighting for that belt no more.
It ain't gonna change, man. It ain't gonna change. Everybody in the chat said, throw the WBC belt. DB said it. You should be throw the WBC belt in the trash. But we should fight in the WBA when we have actual evidence. Everything has been suspicion up until this point, right? Suspicious right. behavior. Now we have hard evidence.
Yeah.
Hard evidence, and we don't want to fight. We got hard 100% evidence, 100% evidence that they're guilty. And we saying, no, we got to fight. We got to go in the ring and fight. That's like saying, oh, we got to go and vote. We got 100%.
That's crazy talk.
I know,
man. That's crazy talk.
I know, man. People,
but they ain't gonna do shit.
Ain't gonna do nothing. Ain't gonna do nothing. Ain't nobody. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing. DB's team ain't gonna do nothing. They just gonna talk and say Fred crazy. He ain't got no solutions. Yada 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 yada. I know, but Fred the only one that stood up. Fred is the only media member that's willing to sacrifice everything for Carissa Shields. I don't even speak to the woman. Team DB Team DB said throw the WBC belts in the trash. Now they saying he should go get his money. So that means so that's a synonym for it. Go fight for the WBA, get your rematch for this racist organization, and they may side with you. They may pick a few of y'all. Yeah. Oh man, this is why I build my own. This is why Netflix called me today. They reached out today. They didn't call. I apologize. They reached out today.
What they say?
I ain't gonna tell you what they said, but they reached out today.
Yeah.
Man,
that's good though.
No, this good. You know, but the point I'm saying is, I know my worth. Fred is willing to fight for what he believes in. Everybody in the chat say they willing to fight. We got hard evidence that boxing is racist. You could blame Al, you could blame the promotional company. It doesn't matter who you blame. We got hard proof that the WBA is racist. And everybody,
so Fred, it has to be the fighters that are going to do something.
I understand. I understand that. But the point I'm
making, that paper is telling them no. I'm gonna tune it. I'm getting my paper. I don't want to make a stand.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna do shit.
Yeah, Fred is emotional. But Fred is testing y'all. Fred is testing y'all nuts. Y'all ain't got no nuts, nigga. Y'all cowards. Everybody want to fight. Everybody wanted this. DB live in LA. He said he lives in LA. Presidential Mike, you live 90 minutes from New York. Why I ain't never seen you at a fight? Eddie Hearn lives in New York, basically. All the fights. How come you ain't never drive? How come you ain't never pay the tolls to go to New York? and ask Eddie Hearn those questions. You can catch him at a weigh-in. They easy to catch after the weigh-in. Nobody. See, no one's willing to take the risk though. No one's willing to take the risk. They want to super chat. They want to super chat the revolution. Super chat the revolution. Give me a break, man. I'm the first person in the history of boxing to be banned from all major promotional companies. Why? Because I never apologized for speaking the truth. Never apologize for speaking the truth. Tell me another media member that's happened to. None of y'all. Everybody want. Everybody got the solution, but no one's willing to take the risk. No one's willing to take the risk, man. And
I hear you.
I appreciate the call, man. The phone lines are hot, man. Appreciate you.
All right, brother. Get on it. I'll call again.
All right, one. Yeah. Cool. Yep. Stockholm syndrome. Thinking we gonna go back to the massa and get different wives. You know what I mean? Anyways, man. Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Fred?
Hey, how you feel?
Hey, pretty good, Fred. You absolutely right. But that's the history of blacks in America, man. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, right?
I mean, that is the history in America where the government plants people and they subscribe to them, and and so many things happen. But at the man, it's just we've been praying for a day like this. We've been praying for a day to prove that police officer are actually a descendants of slave patrol. It happened for 8 minutes and 46 seconds in front of our eyes. It happened.
How many times have the master's been gone from the plantation and they had plenty of time to run and escape and they didn't do shit? When they came back to town, everybody was still there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's psychological, man.
It is.
Black people have been beat down so much. When we see it, we don't believe it. You understand? But I give you Oshaki. I get Fox. But sometimes people just get their ass beat. I think Wilder just got his motherfucking ass beat. And we can agree to disagree on that one.
It don't matter. The gloves looked fishy, didn't they? Didn't the gloves look fishy?
It looked fishy bouncing off Wilder's head.
No, for real. I mean, I never asked you this question, but did Fury gloves look fishy? Suspicious?
Yeah, first of all the shit you guys brought out was from the first fight, and nobody said shit about the first fight until Wilder lost the second fight.
But here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying though. Everything that we fought for a year in Wilder.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that we fought for with Wilder, we have hard proof evidence in Mr. Fox case.
You do got it.
You get what I'm saying? The gloves, the judges. It was an inside job. We have hard proof.
Okay, Fred, you just had the nigga on your show 10 minutes ago, right? And if he don't want to stand up for himself,
I agree.
What the fuck can anybody else do?
Right. Yeah, you're right.
Right?
Oh,
I mean, what do they tell you in the 12-step program? You have to make the first step.
Oh, shit.
Right?
Mm-hmm. I got to
cancel. Can't nobody drag you across that line unless you want to get off that shit. It's on you, man. You could be rich. You could have 1,000 friends, but if you're not ready to get off drugs, this shit ain't gonna happen. This nigga don't want to stand up for himself, so who the fuck can help him? Nobody. But I hear your point loud and clear, but I don't know, man. Good luck.
Yeah.
And like you said, you got banned from all these organizations. Sure, man. You spoke the truth. How many people have integrity? How many black people in this country have integrity?
I'm not going to compare myself. I'm not going to weaponize my fearlessness, but yeah, I'm not going to do that.
But no, you mentioned Ali. Ali was broke.
Was dead broke. Old money.
Joe Frazier had to loan him money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Ali was broke off his ass while he was fighting the government. He didn't have a fucking nickel. He had to go to Canada to fight. You understand? They stripped him of his boxing license. But yet, like you said, he pieced it together. He did speaking engagements. He got in his own fucking car.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do. And if motherfuckers don't want to help themselves, how can you help them? You can't. It's impossible. And all these niggas are brainwashed, man. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with Terrence Bailey. That nigga need to quit smoking Sherm and start smoking crack again. His shit is wild. But Presidential Mike and all these other dudes, they just talking money, man. But it's more than that. It's integrity. And this generation doesn't understand anything about that. But the phone lines are hot. Keep it up, bro. Cook this shit. All right? I'm out.
Peace. You know, everyone appreciate you. Everyone talks about being as brave as Muhammad Ali. He was dead broke. You know, he borrowed $300,000 from Elijah Muhammad. You know what I mean? And I have it on. I have that interview from his then wife. You know, 573. What's up?
What's going on, Fred?
Hey, what's up?
Man, it was real disheartening to hear that brother and see that brother not want to stand up and fight for himself. Prior to me seeing this interview, I was ready to do whatever it took to help this brother out. And seeing him that tame, where he just wanted to tuck his tail between his legs and just ride it out, take his robbery, it took wind out of my sail, brother. And it really hurts. And for all those guys, I saw some guys in the chat talking about, till we pay his bills, we need to stop talking down. Brother, you're going to have bills to the day you die. Even if you're rich, you got bills. They don't go away. And getting a rematch, it ain't satisfactory to me. Take that L away and give me that championship belt. That's how we make this right. Ain't no rematch, ain't no money I'm going to take that can erase what happened to that brother. Anybody that watched boxing and watched that fight and see that was a highway robbery. This brother don't even want his sanctioning fees. Now, I'm a boxing fan that's really fatigued. We had the Wilder fight get canceled, the Lopez-Kambosos fight get canceled.
Yeah, that one too.
Now Errol Spence and Pacquiao is canceled. That makes this Bud versus Sean Porter fight that much more important. And I can't take another reschedule or cancel. I done lost more money in the last 4 months dealing with canceled fights than I lost in my life. And that's just flat out. And I ain't going to hold the line. This your boy Flat Out TV. And Presidential Mike, you need to be impeached. You need to turn in your wrench, my brother.
Facts. Right. Advocate. Appreciate you, man. And by the way, all right, the ESPN Plus went up from $4.99 to $6.99. I just got it. I got to find a way to cancel that shit. So, yeah. So, in case y'all wondering,
better get you a Fire Stick.
No, but I've had it for. It was a fight that I wanted to. No, you know what it was? It was the Felipe Lopez documentary. It wasn't even boxing. It was because I would watch the documentary series and the Kobe stuff. The Kobe stuff was on the ESPN Plus app. So when I would charge the car, I watched the Felipe Lopez documentary. I would watch Kobe break down the basketball games. It wasn't even for boxing. You know what I mean? So, but I'm just letting y'all know, since I know some of y'all.
Frugal Fred.
Yeah.
Frugal Fred.
Oh, I'm about to get rid of this. $6.99. You went up. That's a 50%. That's a 40% increase from $4.99 to $6.99.
Yeah.
If you accept the 40%, you're gonna accept the 50% next year, right?
For sure.
Exactly.
All right, my brother.
Peace.
Flat out.
Peace. Yeah, peace. At the end of the day, it is supporting Bob, but I didn't get it for that. You know, I enjoyed listening to Kobe break down the games, you know. Yeah. Hey, what's up, man? Where you been?
Yeah, what's good with it, Fred? What's up, my nigga? My nerve? What's up with it?
Hey, I saw you go live the other day. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good, bro. Doing good.
This Ant Fresh, y'all.
Shit,
I ain't heard
man.
his voice in a long time.
What'd you say?
I was letting him know this Ant Fresh because you ain't called in a long
time. Man. Yeah, it's Air Fresh for everybody who ain't know. You know what I'm saying? Back in action with satisfaction, man. When it come down to Errol Spence, man, I feel bad for him, bro, because it really been on my spirit that, like, you know what I'm saying? This was his time to shine. This was his, breakout moment when it comes to a big, big name in this generation. And I feel like the only way that people will, you know what I'm saying, like, see something else like this is probably Terrence Crawford maybe fighting Manny or some shit like that. Because some tell me Manny probably gonna, walk off into the sunset after you get done
fighting whoever he fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's about to be president of the Philippines. I don't think he's going to fight that much longer. So I just wish that could have been Errol's moment. But at the same time, shit, what happened if Errol's detached retina gets healed up? Because, you know, he heals up fast. And what, in 6 months, they probably can fight it. You know what I'm saying? Try to put the fight on again. What you think?
Nah, Manny Pacquiao ain't waiting for him. Manny Pacquiao is gonna move on. He gonna run for president next year. I don't think he can leave during the campaign and train here for 2 months and still run for president. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's disrespectful to your voter base. So I think that if Manny Pacquiao want to fight at 43, 44, maybe he'll be there, you know, but I genuinely can't foresee, you know what I mean? But anyways, yeah.
But to be honest, man, that Ugas is going to be a wash. People saying it's going to be an underestimated fight. Y'all sleeping on Ugas. I've seen Ugas fight other people. Yeah, he could put up a decent fight, but Manny's speed, agility at speed, even at his age, he just gonna walk through him, man. He gonna step side to side, throw the 4-punch combo, 3-punch combo, 2-punch combo, and then that's all you're gonna see until his face is busted up. And you know what I'm saying? That Cuban trainer gonna wave his hands and say no mas and it's over. And that's pretty much what I see happening. I'd be shocked if Ugas is gonna stick to the outside with his, you know, longer arms and jab and move and counterpunch. I'll be shocked because Ugas like to sit in the pocket and bang. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? So I'll be shocked to see him have a, you know, steady mid-range game plan of moving side to side and throwing overhand rights and getting out the way. And I just don't know. Pot shot. I can't see him pot shotting all night is basically what I'm saying. Like a Mayweather style. Right. I can't see him doing that. So if anybody know his style, he's tailor-made for Pacquiao. So if you're looking for a slaughtering and seeing Manny just, you know, look like his old self, then you're going to watch that fight. You'll order it. Yeah. When it comes to Mykal Fox too, man, what's his name? The Fox dude?
Yeah, Mr. Fox.
Like, he really got robbed, bro. Like, that shit was, it was kind of just sad to see. Why would you rob him that bad? And ain't he an Al Heyman fighter?
No, he has his own promoter. He said promoter and advisor, didn't say Al Heyman. So I wrote down the name. Marshall, Kalami.
Marshall
Kalami. Yeah, somewhere in there. I got to get it.
Okay, because I could have swore I thought he was with Al. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else that looks similar to him or whatever.
Because
he
has a brother.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Maybe his brother or some shit like that. But you know, this is time to, you know, on primetime TV, you know, to shine, and for him to get that taken away from him the way it did,
right,
by this unknown. Who the fuck is that dude that he fought? Anybody even know who the fuck he is? Like,
I don't know.
I ain't never seen him fight, so I just think it was fucked up. Is basically what I'm saying. And man, yeah, that's pretty much my call, man. Fred, keep doing what you're doing. Your talent when it comes to movies and cinema, you need to just dive into that more, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I know,
that's your calling. That's your calling, man.
I know.
That's your calling.
I know it is. And we going in production at the end of the month on film number 2. So
let's get it.
No, that's what it is. So yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, but I appreciate y'all, man.
All the time. Presidential Mike. Dude been at the same racist job for 20 years, just be talking. Y'all bosses underpaying y'all, talking, taking y'all hours. Y'all have nothing to say about Fox. There you go, deflecting. You sound like Floyd Mayweather now. I got more money than you. I'm my own boss. My kids have looked better than yours. Come on, man. That's beta male shit, man. Come on, man. That's weak. What's up, man? What's up,
Fred?
Hey, how you feel, man?
Feeling good, man. I like this side of you, Fred.
Oh, man, everybody talking.
I like No Fear Fred, man.
Oh man, everybody talking, not willing to risk anything. Don't you gotta risk something?
Yep. Hey, nobody got your history though, Fred.
No.
Nobody can say what you said. Nobody drove 6 miles to confront Underwood.
Yeah.
Nobody pulled up on people from Golden Boy.
Yeah.
Had literally Oscar running away from him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Fred, you could you get into any fight you wanted to if you would just keep quiet and you choose not to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's crazy, Fred. So check this out. So yesterday after we talked, remember how you were telling me you figured out how they pay them? Remember that?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, after that, all I started saying like, oh, this dude a bootlicker. He just agreed with Fred said, this and that, right?
Uh-huh.
And talking about neither of us have a business degree.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's the first one. I didn't know you need a business degree. And, you know, most of the stuff's on Google now, Fred.
Yeah.
Crazy.
YouTube.
But
I learned how to build a house on YouTube.
Yeah. So Heyman runs his company out of a holdings company, right? Which owns a bunch of stuff like Heyman's Holdings, Heyman's Management, Heyman's Sports LLC. So if it makes these people feel any better, Fred, the person that's really providing the money for the machine that he's running is a company called Waddle and Reed, which was acquired by Macquarie Assets. And you know who those people are, Fred? These small hat guys.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Does it make them feel better? And I know what the chat's blowing up. I'm not even looking at the chat right now, but it's blowing up with, oh, here we go with the races. Here we go with the races. No, I'm not being racist because Fred can attest. I told him to cancel Mikey Garcia, and I said, F that dude. I told him to cancel Golden Boy, and when he did it, I applauded that. I ain't racist, bro. I just care about fighters more so than I do about these businessmen getting rich off these fighters risking their life. So when a holdings company gives this guy $500 million for Heyman's Holdings so he can fund this whole PVC operation, you know how much in assets this holdings company manages for all these rich people, Fred? $71 billion. That's a drop in a hat for these guys. You know why they did it? Because they just need to turn a small percentage of profit so they can make the money on the back end for the management of that holding. So for the assets. And these people, they claim to care about the fighter, but do they really care about the fighter or they care about the businessman? Which one is it, Fred? Like, we need to choose at this point.
They care more about Al Heyman than they do about Deontay Wilder, than they do about Mr. Fox, and then they do about Mr. Foster. Because now we have hard evidence. We don't have speculatory information. We don't have speculatory I don't know the term I'm looking for, but we have hard evidence. The man walked into the ring without a signature on his wraps, and his glove was pushed into the knuckle, which is illegal. And then we have the scorecards, and then we realize that the judge is racist. How many times have we said the WBC is racist? But we don't have evidence of it being, we don't have evidence of them being racist. We don't have evidence. We don't have evidence of them being racist. None. Zero. There's nothing on paper that Mauricio Sulaiman has said. And as a matter of fact, it's rather the opposite, because when the heavyweight champion Chris Bird was down on his luck, he stepped in. So, and I give Mauricio Sulaiman 1,000% credit for that. And
they're about to go crazy for you.
Yeah, so man, just tell the truth, man. Mauricio Sulaiman is, and the reason why Mauricio Sulaiman ain't came in this month, because I'm pushing the film. You know what I mean? So the guest is going to pick up in September. You know, Mr. Fox was a special. I thought he was important. We had a lot of questions, and I think it's important that the size of this platform, that he has the opportunity to share his truth. But at the end of the day, what's more important to everybody in the chat? Is it the success of Al Heyman, or is it Deontay Wilder, Mr. Foster, or Mr. Fox? Because now we got the evidence that supports O'Shaquie Foster's claims and that supports Deontay Wilder's claim. You know why that's true? Blue Blood did several videos comparing and analyzing the facts, the hard facts, as it pertains to both those cases.
No, you're right.
Blue Blood did a great job.
Fred,
yes, go ahead.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Let me give you two more snippets that I found out just by Googling, Fred. This is all Google, public knowledge. Y'all can, if I'm lying, y'all can call me out. But Heyman makes about 15% of management fee, right? So all these guys are like, yeah. All these other managers charge 33%. Yeah, you're right. But there is a little twist to that, because he also owns the right to PBC, which means that every time it airs, he has that trademark, Fred, under one of his holdings companies. You know what I'm saying? One of the companies that holding company has is actually the owner of PBC, exactly. So he makes money off of that on top of it. It's not like the fighter's getting paid off of that. And not to mention, I haven't proven this yet, but I'm pretty sure that he's charging a management fee on those assets that he's borrowing from that bigger company that I told you about, the Macquarie Asset Management. So he's making the 33% regardless, friend.
Oh,
you
he's
know
definitely getting a management fee because that's what Jay Morrison did.
Exactly.
That's
friend.
what Jay Morrison did, and he squandered $10 million of people's money, even Nipsey Hussle's money.
Fred, I mean, there's so many places that the money comes from that if you just take a little from everywhere, you'll make a big pot. So, I mean, hey, Fred, I applaud you, man. I don't care what they say.
I don't mind.
It is what it is, man.
I like fighting.
Yeah, nah, who cares? I like this. I like this, man, because you're looking out for the fighter at the end of the day.
Yeah,
it don't matter.
Yeah, they care more about Al. They care more about Al and PBC than Deontay Wilder, than O'Shaquie Foster. That's why I said people don't really want to fight, man. They don't really want to fight because it causes it. You have to choose a side to fight. You have to choose a side to fight. And they still want the PBC fighters to fight, but you want to protect the fighters. No, we fought for Dion. I mean, how many times do I have to say? Anyways, I'm being repetitive. I get it. You're right.
Yeah, no, you're right, Fred. These are the same fighters that fight once a year, Fred. Get one payday, $3 million. You know why? I mean, it's all they don't want to look into it, Fred. Look into it. Why do they fight once a year? Go look it up. Y'all find out some truth. They don't want to know the truth, though, Fred. No, that's the truth of the matter. So you keep calling it out, Fred. It is what it is. Yeah. If they want to listen, they don't want to listen. That's on them, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, every time you don't listen, you're showing your ass, man. So
facts.
For all these people.
Facts.
All right, Fred, man. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. Hey, you know I love what you do, so I'm gonna keep supporting, brother.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, man.
Yep.
All right, brother.
One. And I remember Eddie Hearn saying, it wasn't me that approved it. It was the commission. 2 days before the fight, the commission approved it. But you know what everyone else did, including myself? I blamed Eddie Hearn. So I went to Arlington, Texas to go get him. And y'all, Eddie Hearn said it wasn't me. I asked Bob Arum. It was Eddie Hearn. But y'all said it was Eddie Hearn, but Eddie Hearn said it was the commission. But how did he get into the ring? Who put the fighters together? Who puts the cards together? The Louis the Coopers don't put the cards together. He ain't got the money to pay for that card. He don't have the connections to Fox. Al Heyman is the connection to Fox. You know what I mean? But anyways, I know the truth because I don't look up to people like that. I don't look up to people. Y'all do, and it's okay. Y'all go right ahead. But I want to see y'all. I want to see y'all put y'all foot to the pavement, put y'all money where y'all say y'all mouth is, and stop being internet revolutionaries. And do what you say I'm not doing. Because I failed. Because I didn't change the sport of boxing. I failed. I did my best. And nothing I did changed the sport of boxing. So at the end of the day, I ask y'all. It's y'all turn. I got movies to do. Movies to promote. That's what I'm on right now. And obviously I'm doing a damn good job. 3 film festivals in 8 days, and Netflix reached out to me. So I'm doing a great job. 2 black film festivals, 1 everybody else. So I think I did an extraordinary job. You know what I mean? My kids are producers on the project. I'm doing an extraordinary job, man. You know what I mean? If I get 1 award, my kids become award-winning film producers, and they get to have that title to the day they die. Boom. We winning. There you go. So, I mean, it's up to y'all. Presidential Mike, you do it. You do it. You do it. I want to see you attack the sport. I want to see you create change. I tried and failed. Crashed and burned. All you going to do is super chat and say Fred don't know what he's talking about. But I want to see you change the sport. I want to see you make an attempt to change the sport of boxing. Make an attempt. Make an attempt. You ain't making an attempt. I know. Deflect. Y'all ain't got no jobs. I got a better job than you. Y'all working for a white boss. Come on, man. That's some weak shit. That's something Floyd Mayweather would say. Man, y'all just go ahead and stay on your mental island. You know what I mean? I know the truth. And the truth is, if we want change, guess what? The seed got to germinate. And you know how a seed comes through earth? Pressure. Muhammad Ali is the greatest for a reason. Muhammad Ali wouldn't have went back to the WBA. Muhammad Ali says, if there's 100 snakes and there's 10 good snakes, I'm killing all the snakes. Malcolm X says, if you stab me, if I got a 9-inch wound and you stick the knife out 6 inches, and what the 6 inches is, hey, we'll give you a rematch. We'll give you a rematch. That's a 6-inch wound. No, but the wound is 9 inches. Yeah, I know. So, let me hang up this call. Anybody want to beam in? I'm sorry. I apologize. I ain't put the beam in. I want to see action, man. I really just want to see action. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I know we say a lot in the chat. Now I'm from St. Louis, y'all. Y'all got to show me, man. Y'all got to show me. All this revolution, all this internet revolutionary stuff. Y'all got to show me. Show me. I want to see this. Really. Yeah, I know. I've done it. I've got on planes and did it. I don't care who's at fault. And I want to see it. Y'all got I think Eddie Hearn will be here when the next Canelo fight in November. Save your money now. Save your money. I want to hear no excuses. Eddie Hearn is the problem. Bob Arum will talk to anybody. He will be in Vegas this weekend. Maloney is fighting somebody. Bob Arum will talk to everybody. He will talk before the fight for an hour. He will talk after the fight for an hour. He will talk before the weigh-in for an hour and after the weigh-in for an hour. Bob Arum is probably the most excessive, what word am I trying to say? Accessible, successful man in boxing. Eddie Hearn is trying to become that. But Bob Arum is accessible to the 10th power. The 10th power. When I say fight week, you can talk to Bob Arum. You can talk to Bob Arum. Trust me on that. So go ahead. It's all y'all. Have at it. And I think it's a Golden Boy fighter. I think he's fighting a Golden Boy fighter, if I'm not mistaken. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. So since there it is. You got it. He's fighting a Golden Boy fight. So someone from Golden Boy is going to be at that fight. So all the internet revolutionaries, Team DB, y'all want to make change? Instead of typing in the chat, Fred is wrong, Fred is this, y'all be the change y'all talk about. Because I tried and failed, crashed and burned. I'm out the race. I'm going to do this movie at the end of the month. It's called You're Next. And that's what I'm doing. And that's what I'm working on. So Bob Arum and a person from Golden Boy will be at this fight. And if you went to the Devin Haney fight, guess what? Linares is a Golden Boy fighter. Guess who was there? Oscar De La Hoya. Y'all got chances. Y'all got Ty. Manny Pacquiao's fighting. So between this week and next week, y'all got a lot of time to be real life revolutionaries for the sport of boxing. Y'all got a lot of time. You know what I mean? I wish y'all well with that. Oh, Mean Machine is fighting this weekend. Guess what? Mean Machine is fighting in Texas. Half of y'all are from Texas. Perfect. All y'all that disagree with me from Texas, guess what? Oscar De La Hoya is going to be in Texas with his best fighter. His best fighter right now is Virgil Ortiz. He's going to be there. DB, it's a 2.5 hour flight. Hop on a plane. It's a 3.5 hour flight from anywhere on the East Coast to get to Texas. Non-stop. They got 2 airports. You can find a non-stop flight there from anywhere in the world, from anywhere in America. Have at it. I wish you well. Wish you well, buddy. It's 11 o'clock already. I wish you well. Good luck. I want y'all to win. And you can always use my platform. If you do an interview, because I mean, we got to change the sport of boxing, because it's Bob Arum's fault, Eddie Hearn's fault, and Oscar De La Hoya's fault. You know what I mean? So we're gonna do it that way. So I wish you well. I wish you well. I just want to see evidence. I gave y'all the schedule. Now, I gave y'all the schedule. Now, y'all have no excuse not to make it happen. Y'all can put y'all monies together and pick a spokesperson to go for y'all. I know y'all can do that. Because right now we got hard evidence to say that boxing is racist. The man walked into the ring with illegal gloves, dog. Everybody here, when Deontay Wilder come on, you know what y'all gonna say? Yeah, Fury cheated. Those gloves were illegal. Fury never was caught. Fury never was caught. Guess what? This guy right here, I'll forget his name, he was caught. He was caught red-handed in the ring, just like Tyson Fury against Christian Hammer, caught red-handed. Now we got the evidence. What we gonna do with the evidence? What we gonna do with the evidence? Yell and scream like everyone worldwide and put your fists in the air? Black Lives Matter. You know, Reggie Owens told y'all to vote. What voting got you? Now it's mandated, right? In New York. And guess what? It's coming to Los Angeles next. And then it's going to Texas. And then it's going to Florida. And then it's going to be all over America. You know what I mean? I don't see no one and that's the truth. No one's willing to fight, man. They just gonna vlog about it. Vlog. I'm not taking that. I'm not vaccinated. I'm not doing none of that. You know what I mean? I don't see y'all at the White House. I don't see you knocking on your councilman's door. You talk a good game. We talk a good game. I don't believe y'all. I don't believe y'all say what y'all type in the chat. I don't believe y'all at all. Because now we got all the evidence we need. We got all the evidence you need. Y'all got all the evidence you need to prove that box is racist. So you can go to your state senator. Y'all can group up. DB's in LA. It's a Democratic. See, you got to go to a maybe. I don't know if it's Democrat or Republican. It depends. You got to research the senators. See if they got anybody killed. Oh, I'm not mad. Oh, I'm challenging y'all. This is fun to me. This is fun. I'm far from mad. If I was mad, y'all would know. Now, you got to research the senators and find out how boxing has impacted their life on a personal level, right? Like how Al Heyman got into boxing because of his brother. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, do your homework, do your research. DB will be the spokesperson because he's speaking for all y'all that disagree with me. Y'all put y'all money together like we did the $300, which I still have, which is a total of $2,900. It's still in the sky. I haven't touched it. It's still there. We still good. Y'all can do that for DB and Presidential Mike. And then guess what? Y'all can take this case to your senator, to the state senator that y'all pick. You got to do your homework on the profiles and present the case to them. Don't send an email. Schedule a meeting. Don't tweet. Oh man. I want and my platform is open to y'all. I'm not the guy that wants y'all to fail. I want y'all to win. I want boxing change forever. But y'all rather the men in suits win than no Shaquille Foster, Deontay Wilder, and Mr. Fox. So, I mean, you had McCain, but he passed off. God bless his soul. He passed away. So you can't. It would have been easy to go to Arizona, you know, and schedule a meeting with him. Probably would have been a Skype meeting, but at least you scheduled a meeting, and now they're accountable. So, I wish you well. I wish you well. And yeah. Yeah. So we done? We cool? No one's calling in? DB, you want to call in and end the show? Oh man. Don't tweet, go greet. I like that. Don't tweet, go greet. I mean, I don't mind passing the baton. I've gone as far as I can go. I'm what you call a casual boxing fan at this point. I can't see myself paying to go to a fight again. I mean, I'm probably going to go. I want to take my son to a few fights as he get older, and Kennedy, you know, but you know what I mean? Yeah, what's up?
What up, what up, what up? Man, I'm trying to make this damn this pad thai. And I used some spinach noodles last time, and now I'm using these kale noodles from this brand that I never had before. And you know, of course, it's saying boil them for 6 minutes, and shit, after 6 minutes, man, they still feel hard as a rock. The damn sauce salty. I'm like, I went all natural, made everything myself the last time, and the shit came out good. And I try to switch it up just to see how it's gonna come out, and this shit is not looking good so far. But pad thai, one of my favorites, man. I like some Thai food. Yeah, when I get in the mood for the Thai. Yesterday, I think, I can't remember which one it was, but I think it was, we talked about video yesterday. Now today I was just thinking about, it's two questions. So number one, I heard that KRS-One was next up for the Versus. And I had two people in mind. I'm like, these two people make sense, but I heard it was another person. I don't want to say names yet because I want to ask y'all, who would be the perfect dancing partner for KRS-One in the Versus?
Cool G Rap.
I didn't think about Cool G Rap. That might work. I didn't think about Cool G Rap. Hold on. All right. And what say you, chat? Yeah, brother Cotan, that's right on point with what I was thinking. Okay. So they said, somewhere I heard that it was LL Cool J should be the dancing partner for him. And I didn't think about LL, but after hearing his name, I'm like, that actually wouldn't be bad, because LL got a lot of songs that are very different from KRS-One. You know what I'm saying? His is like hardcore hip hop storytelling, and LL's are a softer tone. Don't get me wrong, he's got some songs that go hard, but yeah, that would be crazy. But I was thinking in my mind, Rakim or Big Daddy Kane. And those were the two that came to my head right away. What you think about those two?
Nah, I don't want to see them. I would want to see him compete against a solo artist.
Big Daddy Kane solo.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about Eric B and Rakim. I forgot about
Well,
Big Daddy Kane.
Well, Eric B's just a DJ. You know what I'm saying? And I think Eric B, he's not rapping, so he would just be in the back like everybody else. They go, they have a DJ or somebody. Yeah, basically have a DJ for everybody that's spinning their records. So
I honestly wouldn't want to see KRS-One in the verses. That don't get me excited. I would want him to tell stories as opposed to. I would.
Yeah, but I think he would be able to tell stories though.
Yeah, I get that with the songs itself and the person he's actually talking to. Sure, I get that.
Yeah, and I think that Jadakiss the Locks kind of changed the structure a bit because they were only supposed to play like a minute and a half or 2 minutes of a song or whatever, or like one verse or whatever, and they went and did entire songs like a few times. So I think now people are like, well, fuck it. I'm not going to go in there and spit a couple of bars. It's like, shit, I'm going to just do what I want to do. I'm going to just have a concert. So, Hustler Slam, that's a good one right there. And Denzel followed you with the same thing. Slick Rick. Damn. I think that's a more even matchup. I think Slick Rick and KRS-One would be good, and I like to see Big Daddy Kane maybe against Rakim if they did that. Yeah, Slick Rick. That's good. I like that. Let's see what else. This sprouts after it's all beautiful. Philip Black King said onions and sprouts after it's all fried. Well, nothing fried though. It's just everything's boiled on the grill. Philip. Yeah.
Lynn Ray, appreciate you. Fred, once again, the people who eyes are thankful for you using your celebrity for change. I don't know if I ain't got no celebrity, but I got a little bit of influence, but no celebrity. I thank you though. I know what you mean. Thank you.
Yeah, World One says Slick Rick does not have enough songs in his catalog. Well, he's got enough songs in his catalog. You mean he doesn't have as many songs as KRS-One? Me and host shows, I think it was Mark Nash or maybe Mark Nash or Reggie, but we had the conversation with saying, it was Big Tank, saying that the person should have at least a 20 clip. If they don't have a 20 clip, 20 songs, at least 20 songs deep, then they shouldn't be on there. Does Slick Rick have 20 joints? I believe. I could be wrong. You tweeting, bro?
No. I'm sending out. I'm fulfilling orders. I don't know if he has 20 songs. I mean, I don't think so. Slick Rick, nah.
D-Man said Busta Rhymes. No. Busta a different level of that's more new school. We got to keep them even. Let me see. Ryan Cloud said no, he doesn't. And DLG says Slick Rick ain't got that much. All right, well shit. There it is. Dave Jack said KRS-One against Public Enemy. Nah, but it's gotta be a one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? Unless he, had D Nice on there and Miss Melody and you know what I'm saying, his whole old crew. Rest in peace, Scott LaRock. If he had his whole crew, it'd be different, crew against crew. But it's gotta be one on one. With features, he got 20, Ken Lon said. Joe Jackson, Willie D. Now again, y'all, the theme gotta be, because if a person loses to one person versus 2 or 3 people, then it'll be like, well, it wasn't fair. All right. Nobody will say anything if they win, but if they lose, then it's like it wasn't fair. So it's got to be one MC versus one MC. Shit, Fred don't want to rap.
I don't even know how to rap.
Yeah.
I know how to fight for inequality though. We could do a versus on that.
Mr. Blue said Rakim, Asia Master, Ice-T.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
And if the rematch don't happen, that man will be a fool to take their rematch. I don't think the rematch gonna happen. And if the rematch don't happen, what we gonna say? Just asking for a friend. Oh man, no, I'm not stressed out. You would know. I gladly admit when I'm stressed out. I'm challenging y'all. Don't deflect. I'm challenging y'all. I'm challenging y'all to be the change y'all speak of. That's all. Accept the challenge. Or super chat warriors. That's what we are. Super chat comment warriors. People say get your money, then get your money first, and then stand up against the machine. Get your money first. So I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see Team DB and this 5% do something substantial, physical, besides we just talking on this platform. I want to see it. I want to be inspired.
No, don't look to me for inspiration.
Y'all
don't look to me for inspiration.
No, not action. I said I want to be inspired by your action.
Yeah. But don't look for me. Don't look to me for inspiration. Just continue being inspired by Fred.
I want to see the change, man. I want to see, because I don't have the answers, man. I
don't mean to cut you off, Brody, but it's about 4 dudes in here talking about silent. Like me and Fred already had this conversation an hour ago. So for you jackasses who just now coming in the shop late, you know what I'm saying, before the door closed, talking about, oh, can I get do me a whole Jerry curl? You late. So we didn't have the conversation already. You want us to keep spinning our wheels, going over the same shit over and over again? Rewind the show. I'll go ahead.
Yeah. Anyways, man. Yeah. Ain't any other songs, but I can't wait though. I can't wait for you and Presidential Mike. I don't know who else, but Team 5%. We need a game plan. You got the evidence. Got the evidence. Got all the evidence we need. All the evidence we need to move forward. We got circumstantial evidence with Deontay Wilder. We got actual evidence with Mr. Fox. I said I don't have the answers, Mike. I failed. I'm admitting I don't have the answers. Wait a minute, one sec. Can Fox press charges? I mean, you can do whatever you want. Yeah. You can file a lawsuit. You can do whatever you want legally. Yeah, you can. Get your bean pie. You funny, man. Get your bean pie. Yeah, man. Get your bean pie and popcorn and go watch Nine Wives. Tell them, Trey. Hell yeah. It's film of the year. Great job editing it, too. Editor of the year, man. Trey, appreciate you, dog. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, we're all over the place, man. We're all over the place as it pertains to, I don't know, man.
No, I'm not all over the place. So some people don't agree with you. That's when they're wrong. You know,
obviously, that's the definition.
No,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
but the people can have their opinions.
I've never censored anybody. What are you talking about?
I know. I said no censorship, but nobody can disagree with you. Otherwise, they don't know nothing about life. You something else, bro.
No, I'm not talking about life. I'm talking about this example. I'm not talking about, don't make this a macro issue. We have an isolated example with evidence to fuck the sport of boxing. But no one wants to do it. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I'm admitting that I am wrong. We got evidence the WBA is racist, and we got evidence that the man came in the ring with illegal gloves. There you go. I was gonna fly to Vegas and go talk to the council. What is it called? The commission. Sponsored by the barbershop. Thank you. That $300. I was going to take time on that Tuesday and fly up on behalf of the sport of boxing. That's a physical action. I don't have all the answers. That was a team effort. Now I'm looking for a team effort. I think I've exhausted what I could possibly do. And since I don't have the answers and I am wrong, that means if you're implying that I'm wrong, that means you are right. And I am asking you, if you are right, I will support you being right. Now we have the evidence. Take the evidence and create change. Simple. Simple. I don't have the answers no more because I failed. That's all I'm saying. I failed at it. And I don't have a problem with passing the baton. So to answer your question, you are right. I am wrong because I didn't impact change. Black fighters are still getting treated like shit. But you know what we gonna say when the WBC supports Canelo? Fuck the WBC. Well, we got hard evidence that the WBA is racist. But y'all gonna say the WBC is racist. We don't have no evidence.
Who's y'all?
The WBC is. We don't have to talk about y'all. I'm talking about you and your team. So y'all is you and you.
Who is me and my team?
You and everyone that says I'm wrong. That's who y'all is right now. So if
you're wrong about what?
Huh?
I just told you, you so hard-headed, you don't even understand, you don't even listen. I said this, the last three questions that you asked him were the exact same three questions I had in the exact same order. So how, and I said your response was exactly what my response would be.
I know.
So I didn't have any further questions after that. So hold on, you so busy pumping yourself up that you're not paying attention to what I said. If I already said that, then how am I disagreeing with you? All I said was when you replied to Presidential Mike, as I said, I don't think that's what he meant. You read the super chat and then you gave your interpretation. I was like, I don't think that's what that's what Presidential Mike was saying. And then all of a sudden, here you are on a tangent. You guys don't fly out. You didn't spend you guys haven't lost no credentials. You don't do anything to affect change. That's what you said. So how am I disagreeing with you when I told you from my own mouth today on this show an hour ago that we had the same questions and the same reply? But because I didn't agree with you on something, because I said that Presidential Mike meant something else, now all of a sudden you going on a tantrum, got to throw a tantrum.
No, I'm not. No, tantrum. No, I don't throw tantrum. I'm a mature man. I don't throw tantrum. I either agree or disagree. I speak passionately or passively. Now, the point I'm making is this. The problem is Al Heyman. Y'all think Al Heyman is a god. It happened under his watch. Now, part two to that is that Dillian White Oscar Rivas fight. Y'all remember that? Y'all want me to pull up y'all comments under those videos? That's why I was inspired to go. One of the reasons why I was inspired to go, because it was overwhelming. The boxing public think that he was wrong and he put a man's life in danger. Now, it happened under Eddie Hearn's watch, but Eddie Hearn said it was the commission that gave him the right to fight. And nobody said, no, we got on Eddie. I got on Eddie. But this happened under Al Heyman's watch. So PBC is liable. WBA is liable. But we don't want to go after. We don't want to hit a home run. We want to stand on first and be like, man, I can steal second, I can steal third, and I can steal home. What's the likelihood of that happening? You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, we don't really want to fight. Fred is crazy and delusional and wrong and hates Al Heyman because it is a proven fact on his card that a man walked into the ring with illegal gloves, and 2, the WBA had a racist judge, and they scored the fight racial. It was a predetermined fight on the cards. So that means Eddie Hearn is right. It wasn't his fault. It was the commission's fault. I apologize, Eddie Hearn. It was the commission's fault. The nerve of me to think that it was on your watch, it was on your card. The nerve of me. I apologize, Eddie. I stand corrected. I was wrong, Eddie. I was wrong. It was the commission. I forget what it was called, but some acronym. You want to get out of here?
You go ahead and finish closing the show.
No, that's it. That's all I got to say. That's it. If it happens on Eddie Hearn's card, we blame Eddie Hearn. If it happened on Al Heyman's card, it's not his fault. I don't see what the difference is. Eddie Hearn blamed the commission. YTTZ or something like that. YZT. What's DOG? What's the name of that commission in the UK? L-Dub, what's the name of the commission? I remember being some funny acronym. He blamed them. But we blamed Eddie because it was his card. That's all. I mean, it wasn't a PBC card. It was an Armory card. That's what it was. The BBO. It was the BBOC. Thank you, DOG. I knew some acronym. I was way off with DGG. I was thinking of Canada, the airport. So. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm ready. Get out of here.
All right. Well, yeah, go on and play the song.
Oh, you don't want to give him? You don't want to?
Yeah. You gonna let me though?
I've never stopped you from doing anything you want to do on the show.
Yeah. Can I get through at least 5 names before you jump back in, or you got anything more you want to add?
I'm pretty consistent at jumping in when you're saying names, though. But you've never started it though. But don't deflect the challenge though. I remember you blaming Eddie Hearn for that. Don't deflect the challenge now for Oscar Rivas and Dillian White. I remember you. So I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I do.
Do you? I blamed him for that? No, I just say fuck Eddie Hearn. It ain't got nothing to do with Dillian White. Just say fuck Eddie Hearn.
I know. But it was Eddie Hearn's fault that Dillian White got into the ring against Oscar Rivas.
Black Lion, your daddy shook.
I'm very emotional. I can be emotional when it's in my favor. When I'm passionate about something, it's a plus. When it's not a plus, I use it as a liability. How about that? You want me to lie? Or you want me to tell the truth?
Shout out to Chris H in the building. Chris H said, God is good. Shout out to Presidential Mike in the building. D-Man Jr. Big Dose 5-1 Trey in the building. Salute to you. E1K said, great show. My cousin D-Man Jr., Brother Cotan done slid in. Asia Math, Jarvis Johnson, King JJ done slid into the building too. Ryan Jackson in the building. Mr. Tennessee himself, Hustler Slim in the building. Darren Davis, he said DB in his feelings. Yeah. I stay in my feelings. Yeah. So is your girl. Your girl's in my feelings. Yova in the building. Salute YV in the building. Robert Brown too. Robert Brown said he had his credentials taken. DOGG 215 in the building. Let's see, we got E1K already. I saw G Brown in here a little while ago. Dutch Schultz, salute to you. Denzel Horton. And we got Brother Cotan, Boss Red, Trey 57. Yeah, man. And let me scroll to the bottom to make sure we got everybody. Yeah, S. Riddle 45 says salute to the barbershop. Fred DB barbershop show. And Victor Banuelo said, Errol, you'll be back, champ. Yes, he will. Mr. Blue, he said, great show, fellas. All right, man. Let's see. Money in the Ghetto back in the building with us too. Go ahead.
Kyle, did you want me on your show? Because you fell asleep last night, dog. Because we getting out of here early. Kyle, do you want me on your show? DM me if you want me on your show. You probably sleep right now. You probably not listening. But if you are, let me know, man. Because I'm about to go grab these pistachios and this orange juice and make it a night. That's what I'm about to do.
Oh, wait, hang tight. Yeah, I forgot. This is the other channel. D-Man just reminded me right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hold on. Let me slide over there real quick. Damn. There we go. All right. Let me see. Oak Park Boxing. In here, let me see. Eli Zachary talks everything. Salute to Sir Eli. Kendra Bramlett, she says, hey guys, let's not do this. Oh no, me and Fred, we're gonna do that shit at least 2 times a week. Yeah, that's gonna happen. We in the shop. Yeah. Let me see. Payday Boxing, he said ain't shit gonna happen. PGH Big Dog in the building too. Centos Boxing, CUOG. President Jafar, he said Chuck D versus KRS-One. Andrew Charles, salute AC. And yeah, I think we just about got everybody. Box fans, salute. All right, peace, man. That's where we at, man. We're going to slide over to Kyle's. If Kyle can stay awake for another hour or two, and if not, we'll catch y'all back here in the shop in less than 24 hours. We're waiting on Peoples Hernandez to drop still 5 mics. Play the song, fuck!
Oh, man. We got evidence now. We don't have to guess or pretend about the WBC being racist, boxing being racist. We have all the evidence we need to take to the DOJ. We got all the evidence we need to take to the DOJ. We got all the evidence we need to put pressure on these fighters. We got all the evidence we need to put pressure on the promoters, the advisors, the managers. Good luck. Thank you. Who's been here late? Thank you, Mike. Fred, please repost Presidential Mike's rent. Please repost President Mike, but Fear Wrench is only. Wait a minute. But Fear Wrench is only thing he has. Fred, please repost. That means take Presidential Mike's wrench, but Fear Wrench is the only wrench he has. Take it personal, cause the devil is a lie. Hey, I'm telling you the truth. Hey, it's only what you do. Hey, some things you gotta do. Hey. We had all the evidence with George Floyd. We had 8 minutes and 46 seconds of George Floyd. We had 8 minutes and 46 seconds last year. Over 80 million protesters worldwide. No laws changed. Nothing changed. And we're back to square one. The same thing is going to happen in boxing from Saturday night. We got all the evidence we need to turn boxing upside down. We got all the evidence we need. What we gonna do with it? It's no reason to speculate now. There's no reason to say I would do this if I would do that. You got all the evidence, y'all. All the evidence is right in front of your face. Person will say, what we gonna do? Greatest, yeah. Bobbing and weaving and changing up like the season, indigenous to the grind, so I do it for all my people. Man. Yeah, I put it on both channels today because I didn't want to reload the Mykal Fox interview. I know people will want to see it, so I was like, man, I'm gonna do it. But I think I need.
As soon as I see, because I was on the other one.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, but it would increase our. I'm gonna try it when we have guests. I'm gonna do because I don't want to re-upload it. It saves a lot of time when the show is over. When we have guests, I'll put it on both channels at the same time. Just make it easier. Have some work posts. Repossess. I told you I can't read after 10. Repossess. Oh man. Or Fred in his reading. Oh, repost. It was no S at the end, or else I would have got it. Hey, thank you, peoples, man. DB, we looking forward to change, man. Be the change. Be the change. You got the evidence. Don't when Mauricio Sulaiman come in here, don't call him racist, Reggie Owens. Don't be no internet thug, no internet bully. When you got all the evidence you need from the WBA to create change in the sport of boxing. I'm gone, man. Love you, man.
All right, Mr. Blue, we're going to see what we can do, man. Peace, Brody. Love you.
All right, peace, King.